muted.
Oh, wow. So, good evening, everyone. How was that for a start to the night? Having some fun? Well, it has certainly been a fun week around this neck of the woods. Oh, but, before we go down all those wonderful rabbit holes, because I know people are dying to get things off their chest about it, I got a better idea. There is something better that has come up that I think we could have a ton of fun with tonight, just to kind of get those juices flowing and have a bit of fun. Jay.
Wait a minute. Hang on. Okay, I'm ready.
Oh, yes, you are going to need that. So, Jay, if you would be so kind, the latest entry in the GIF meme war room on the Discord server, go ahead and pull that up, because we have a question for everyone.
Hold on,
would you like to play a game?
I'm trying to tweet something out really quick. Hold on.
Like to play a game?
Here.
Let's take a look-see here.
And I should probably tag Bull in the top of this just because he hasn't seen these yet.
Oh, which, by the way, Bull, congrats on getting the retweet by Burger King.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
That was fucking awesome.
I saw that and I was like, holy shit. Wait a minute. Bull was the first one to get that? Fucking right
I know, and
on.
I tried really hard too. I was like, I'm promoting their Impossible Burger. Nope.
So the very newest one on there, that's
Yes.
the one you want me to share.
Yes. Right. So, we have a game for everyone, and people in the chat can go ahead and join in as well. The game is, you're at a Walmart, a super Walmart, and you are buying 3 items with the goal of making the cashier as uncomfortable as possible. What do you buy?
Well, we all know that one of those items must be a number 2 pencil. It just has to be a number 2 pencil, right?
I was going to go with lube.
I don't know.
Or a 2-gallon jar of Vagisil.
Yeah.
No,
I'm thinking
G-Man barrel? A G-Man barrel full
lube,
of lube?
PVC pipe, and
latex gloves.
Yes.
No.
Well,
What time of year is it right now, guys?
Oh,
It's the holidays.
It is Halloween tomorrow.
Oh, I'm not even talking Halloween. We're projecting forward here, guys. We're
Right. I'm thinking year round.
Oh, you mean
We're
it's
gonna go with
about
an
time
inflatable
to
Santa.
make America great again days?
No. We're gonna go with an inflatable Santa, the
Okay.
lube, and some condoms. And I'm gonna be wearing a wife beater, a Make America Great hat, and Daisy Duke shorts.
Oh, wait.
flip-flops.
By Daisy Dukes, how short are we talking?
A number 2 pencil.
Like,
I don't want
A pair of handcuffs. There you go. A pair of handcuffs. Maybe, they don't have to be completely modern, more like dungeon type, monocles.
well,
Okay.
Well, wait. We
about-
need to.
And,
We do need to complete the
And-
mental image with Jay.
and only a chainsaw.
Right.
Nice.
You're going around the line. I was thinking plastic, a hacksaw, and duct tape.
So, Jay, again, how short are we talking, Daisy Dukes? Like, half of the pocket showing or 3/4 of the pocket showing?
7/8.
Oh, wow. So you're going the full
Do you
Peter
mean
Griffin.
the regular pocket or the Zippo pocket? There's a difference.
Oh, no, the regular pocket.
You actually think that they can fit a Zippo in those pockets? Those pockets don't really exist, right?
How about
They're just patterns sewn into the jeans for the most part.
how about lube, a lighter, and firecracker.
That's good. I like that.
I was going to say adult diapers, a lube, and one of those little vibrating rings that people put around their dicks.
That
No,
just sounds
no.
like a fun
See-
time.
See, Leon, LRJ88 out there, he's starting to get it right. Because there's one thing he put on his list that is on mine. Laxatives.
Laxatives, nice. Oh,
You just
it
need,
goes so
need dates for
beautifully.
or lots of sugar.
No,
So-
if you want to go the bulk route, we could think of some really good things that way.
So,
There's some pretty uncomfortable purchases. Let's see, a case of fleet enemas.
Yes.
no. So hear me out. Here's my list. Laxatives. The heaviest duty plastic painting drop cloth that they have. And a paint by numbers coloring book.
Oh my god, that's fabulous. Yeah, I'm in love.
Again, the target is to make the cashier as uncomfortable as possible.
I just can't help thinking that
I don't
you're
need more than
actually-
one item with that entire case, like palette of fleet enemas. That's all you got to go to get that from Costco. They're gonna look at you funny.
And make them call for a price check.
Yeah.
Why is it that when I'm hearing your suggestions there, I keep thinking about what you want to give Kyle as a parting gift for his stint in prison.
Oh, no. No, Bo.
It's
Bo?
a case of fleet enemas.
Bo?
Gonna need it.
Bo, it is majestic that you mentioned that, because I think that's what Icarus was thinking with his suggestions.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, the
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Crunch is what made
Hair
me think
gel.
of that. Icarus set me onto that idea. I'm like, what would I give Kyle?
Ooh, God's Auditor's got a good combination. Kielbasa, condoms, and a box of wine. See, now I just see
sounds
that as an
interesting.
And with a rider that one additional item be purchased. Caution children playing sign. Because that would really make them uncomfortable. Oh, there's some sick people on the internet, man. I'm telling you what.
And somehow we always
You
seem to
know,
find them.
we're revoking Amy's amnesty, I do believe is going to happen. That little fucker is going back to, where did he ever come from?
Wait, who's Amnesty?
Amos,
Amos, you guys hear about this?
Singapore.
Amos, he is fucking
yeah,
got caught with a bunch of pederast stuff, like pedo stuff, right?
yeah, he did.
He got caught. He's going. There's going to be a trial of it, and he's lost his
Asylum status.
asylum status over it, basically. So
Yeah.
he's going back. The dumbass.
I
Well, he was
did
a
not
garbage
hear
person to
about
begin
this.
with, so
Yeah, this is the. I think I mentioned it to you, Jared, on Discord, but we never got into the conversation about it.
Dude, you come
when
here
did
and you
this
treat
happen?
you literally
Oh,
spit on the people who took you in for your entire time here. Act like a shithead, and
yeah, he's like literally the male type Karen.
Not Chad.
yeah, he is. There's something wrong with that guy. Well,
Yeah.
obviously.
He's obviously, yeah, but like he totally like there's so many times where like all you have to do is keep your head down and shut the fuck up, and then he's like, nope, let me shit all over your walls.
Yeah.
That reminds me of Flatter Fucker. For some reason. Yeah. I wonder why. Oh, yeah. Thanks, Jordan Ringer.
Ooh.
Okay.
LR
Fantasy-
LRJ88 says sweets, children's magazines, and a car battery with clamps.
Maybe we should stop talking about children going forward because it's Halloween. Like seriously, folks, you need to be safe
Hold on. You know,
on Halloween. You need to be safe with your kids at Halloween. Seriously.
Yes.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
go with those
And by
clamps. You
keeping,
can just
your
use jumper
kids-
cables.
I was going to say, and by keeping yourself safe, that means keeping all your kids away from all of the people that are on this stream right now.
yeah, thanks. No,
And everyone else
also
because
that,
social distancing.
Right.
no,
'Cause this
thinking of what
timeline sucks,
LRJ88 said, since I'm not going to buy anything thing else from it, make sure that you have a picture of your white, rusty van that looks like something you should stay away from on your phone, and make sure
know
it
what?
rings so the cashier can see it.
Okay, so what are we scrolling through now, Jay?
Yeah,
Oh.
what is this?
Chesh posted,
Oh.
posted the link to
Oh, wait.
Laura's video. You know, the way
Oh
she's
yes,
accusing everybody of everything.
the sadist liar and Gary Ridgway.
Oh, that little bitch.
And then
He's
We'll get
talking
to
about
that in
Gary
a moment.
Ridgway, which I've actually addressed Gary Ridgway before. It's not fucking a public secret. Gary Ridgway was the character was thought up by Look a Pig and myself. We made Gary Ridgway up initially, but a certain group of people decided that they were going to go have fun with Gary Ridgway, who was initially created for Look a Pig to troll G-Man, right? So this
It's
is
okay to
like
say Gary because that's what he used. That's his...
Gary, yeah, he's an idiot. Everyone knows
Oh, yeah.
he's an idiot, right? So I don't know exactly how it came to pass, but it got out onto the internet. Like, I don't know the specific details. I do know Gary G-Man is basically, he told people where he worked because he would walk around his neighborhood and it was discovered where he worked.
Oh,
And
Bull.
so they got the phone number and everything, basically.
It is even simpler than that. G-Man streamed live one day on his phone in front of the building saying, I literally just walked out of work. And the name was
right. You were
on
there,
the wall
Jared.
right
Jared
there
was
behind
with
him.
me.
Yep.
Right, because what the way it worked is we recruited these Gary Ridgways, and they were all these different people, and we would just go around playing this Gary Ridgway. Gary Ridgway is a serial killer, right? So if you don't know the story, just look up the actual character.
yeah, look up the Green River Killer. You'll get a picture.
Because I'm like so lost right now.
Anyways, the whole point.
So-
the whole point I'm sharing.
It's an obvious troll account, basically, is what it was. But we were multiple people running it, so we would go in and troll with this name and this specific picture, so they would all think it was one person.
Yeah. So the whole reason I brought this up is because let's not forget you're using a new account after your old account was suspended by Twitter, creating this one to circumvent TOS. To which I define new. What define new? When was
Right.
this account even created? The same month she was suspended. And I asked
But it
Year
was but
earlier.
and I brought the irony in all this is that I don't know if Laura was directly involved, but certain people who could I be talking about? Dragnot are obsessed with talking about G-Man. It's obvious. Go look at his channel. He's got thousands of videos about G-Man.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that side of it because it is really hypocritical of you, Laura, to mention that troll group that went by the moniker Gary Ridgway because you lot said that what they were doing was
And-
deplorable when they first started, and then when you noticed a utility, you joined right in with Drag and everyone else to literally use Gary Ridgway when you saw fit, and then
Right.
turned right around and said, "Oh no,
And
we would never do that. Fuck off."
But by that point, right? But by that point, I was like, this could be a bad idea. What if people start getting the idea that anyone can be Gary Ridgway, right? And something bad happens. Well, what did they do? They stepped over the line. Is what the fuck they did.
Mm-hmm.
They called.
What tends to happen?
They called him on stream, I do believe, and he locked some kids in.
He
his
locked a
store
kid
because
into
he
the store.
answered
Yeah.
Yeah, he called into the store. He's in a place where he has to answer the phone every time it rings because he doesn't know who it is. And he answers the phone, locks it in, and takes the prank call instead of just hanging up repeatedly, right? And yeah, it was bad. It was really bad. And we all used a voice changer to anonymize our voices if we ever had to appear on stream. That's how it started. That's all it was supposed to be, was just some harmless fun with G-Man, not like ever being some horrible thing used to get someone who I think he got let go for a while for that. I don't know if he's still let go from that job, but it's fucked up what happened. And she's neglecting all that ever happens. And I hate to use whataboutism, but this is too okay, Laura.
Well, and even then, Gary
It's a fallacy.
Gary did screw up in that whole situation too, because he was not actively working. Whether it was a furlough, whether it was time off, or whether he was released and then very shortly after brought back seems really odd, but plausible, just odd. Because in that time that he wasn't working, he ran a fundraiser because he lost his job because of trolls.
Yeah. And then, of
He
course,
was still cherry on top of this. G-Man was still promoting this fundraiser while working back at the company. Because someone wanted to check to see if it was true that he was no longer working there while he was promoting the fundraiser. Called the store, and he was the one to answer the phone.
Oh, yeah, you mean the secondhand refrigerator, etc. business?
Mm-hmm.
The Blue Barrels. The Blue Barrel place.
I love that video.
Yeah, claiming... So this is where there's no clean bid on either side. There is legitimate reason to give G-Man hell. Because
people came to me and told me that they were planning to do this. And I said, I really wish you wouldn't. Please do not do that. That's a fucking bad idea. It's a fucking bad idea. And they knew it was a bad idea. And it came out and they got caught. So it's not uncommon knowledge that this happened. She's acting like I'm going to be guilty of something. All I did was create what I thought might be a fun idea with Look a Pig. That's all we did.
And then
Look a Pig is a young kid. He's still young. What is he? 23? I forget where he's at now.
No, he just turned 21 not too long ago.
Right. That's right. That's right. It would be he just literally turned 21. He was trying. I could tell. He's a good kid, and I think he's turned his life around, hasn't he? Basically,
that's what I've heard.
That's what I've heard. So he was having a rough time, and Look a Pig had the kind of personality that you kind of wanted to keep an eye on, and it kind of brought out the father figure in me for a little while. If anybody doesn't know this, I had a son that passed away at 21 months, just shy of his second birthday.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
So it was kind of a natural tendency for me to want to try to see how it would be to maybe try to take a little person under their wing, try to help the kid, right? Mm-hmm. And to be honest, he kind of latched onto me. He really did. When I was getting introduced to the GGC, this is back when I joined the GGC. He's part of the package deal that was that stream. I kind of joined right after Steve McRae had Frankie and Bran on his channel to talk about N2 Von Helton. So one of my first forays into going on the internet was to hop into that little shit show that was Von Helton, right? Oh my God.
Good old poopy
Von
pants.
Helton.
And that's like, okay, so this is where I'm like, why are you having this character on your channel, Steve? And he's like, this is to show you the crazy. I'm like, I cannot believe that there are people this stupid in the world. Like, he blows my mind when I think about Von Helton. And isn't he around still doing stupid shit still?
Well, isn't it just a couple of months ago I last saw somebody having him on their live stream? I have no idea who it was, but they were on his side of things, and yeah, well, one of them anyway.
Yeah, he's thoroughly
loopy.
Just and not only loopy, but in a way that puts people in danger. I do believe I've never seen anything that. I've never even seen the video that shows his kids, but apparently there's a video that shows his kids, and there was horrible conditions or something. I don't know. So yeah, I don't know. It's just
the targeted citizen crowd are pretty damn crazy, but Von Helton,
that's what he is.
That's a whole
That's what he
different
is.
thing.
Yeah,
he's one of those two.
He is definitely a targeted citizen person.
Oh dear.
That's what he is. I truly believe that, because like he acts like he's a prepper, but he sits on his ass and streams instead, and he makes up some just crazy assertions. He's a vampire or whatever. He's like he invented some karate move.
I'm sorry.
He invented some damn karate move. So
Someone was unaware of the history of Von Helton and didn't recognize the name. I was like, oh, have I got some reading for you? And I sent them to the Encyclopedia Dramatica page about him. Yeah. It's a pretty thorough retelling of all the wonderful different claims and statements that that Irv has come up with.
You thought, if you've never looked up Von Helton, of course, you're gonna come through. So I kind of got walled with the Geek Room at that point. I already knew Godless Engineer. I think they were my first three patrons: Godless Engineer, Steve McRae, and the Geek Room. Oh, you poor. You poor thing.
I hope that came out of the front orifice of the dog.
Yes, that's his way of telling me he's tired of waiting. So at some point I have to take a break here. But I'll be watching. Sorry, that totally broke my train of thought. Damn it, Dexter.
Good doggy. Good boy.
Dexter knew. He was like, oh, here, let me do this.
Yeah, perfect timing for a dog specially trained in body language.
totally broke my train of thought. You gotta go pee. Yeah, you gotta go pee. All right, fucker. I'll take you out. Ladies and gentlemen, I will be right back. How many people are watching?
Oh, I'm not even sure right now.
15 people watching. Yeah. I got a seedy and sordid past. It's terrible. I know. It's so threatening because I actually know what fucking happened because I was there. So anyway,
It's amazing how that works. And I have to say, Coral, of all the things, your eyes were not the jiggly things I was expecting. I think you're muted still.
Are you trying to say that she has a grandma arm skin there?
If that's where you want to take that, Bo, you can play innocent.
You like my jiggly bits?
I do. And anyone...
Okay, tell me you got that into your soundboard.
Oh, I constantly record the show now.
He's learned.
Yeah.
I just go back later and clip things out.
Oh,
Imagine,
Jay, you should have been in Discord with us last night. We had a Cherish on, and she said some things that you could have recorded.
Oh, then they were phenomenal.
They were good. Damn it.
The only thing that sucks about these is you can't see through them. They should have made it so that you could kind of halfway transparent, so you could kind of see, you know. So you can't really see it.
The paper backing, the white part, is that accessible? Because you could just put just a tiniest pinprick a hole in there, as long as it's precisely lined up with your eyeballs, then you can. Good. Just make a tiny pinprick of a hole.
Like so many things, you can get some magical results with just a little prick.
Oh, yeah.
I do like little pricks.
Well, just one probably.
Or many.
Well, hey, still, it's not the size of the thing. It's the way it hits the ceiling when she looks. Never mind.
We don't discriminate here, and even then, I'm just surprised that God's auditor has to come in to talk about his dicks. That seems to be his favorite topic.
I'm enjoying a bag of dicks right now.
He said he
And
wanted
it was an itty bitty teeny weeny. Oh.
So what else was that you grabbed? Was it just some munchies?
Yeah, so I grabbed something to chew on, but I'm squinting at the screen trying to see what you guys are saying, and so I figured I'd break out my actual glasses. It's very, very technical.
Mm-hmm.
So
fair point.
Okay.
Fair point. So
I just don't like wearing them on the screen because of the ring light.
The glare with the light.
Yeah,
it irritates the crap out of me.
Well, don't you have a white, a neutral white ceiling and wall in front of you? Well, in front of you, yeah. Use a work light or whatever, and just throw it right up into that ceiling in front of the wall. You don't need a ring light then.
Yeah, throw the light onto the wall behind the monitor, and then have the backsplash get you.
Yep.
Let me see. Let's do the scientific test.
But while you're doing that, I don't recall hearing an answer to the question to start the show from Tech.
There you go.
Is that better?
Yeah. Okay, I can't remember his actual name, but I hope that isn't the
Troyer.
No, that guy. I don't think it is. But...
Too short, but does anyone else have a flashback to Futurama?
All right, I got it cranked the F up.
No.
Should I change it to that?
There we
and
go.
then fix
There you
the
go.
white balance, because that has been hunting the whole time.
That looks
that good?
a lot better. Yeah. You don't look as washed out, and you're not getting as much of the glare on the glasses.
Yes.
Like I said, the only thing remaining now is that you need to, beat your all white balance into submission, because it has been It is
Oh.
hunting all the time.
Oh, the camera settings itself. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I don't know how to fix that.
No, there's a setting called white balance. Just unpick that.
Not all cameras have access to that, though.
Well, cameras that do
Yeah.
not are shit.
Well,
Some cameras don't
I-
have access to it unless you're in OBS or something like that controls it.
Yeah, because
you
I
probably
am using the camera on my Surface.
Oh,
Does
good luck.
built-in camera? Yeah, you're not going to have much tunability
But
on
then
it,
again,
even in
even though
OBS.
but then again, even though the camera may not have that feature enabled for you to change, OBS most likely does have
Yeah.
the ability to lock it in.
I'm
As well as-
definitely not using OBS. I'm just going. I just click join.
Camera. Yeah.
That's fine.
Although
It
I
works.
am, I
You're still
know,
there. I mean,
but I need to figure out something other than this, because I literally have to put my laptop up on a thing so that way it's actually straight on.
The
Aim
angle.
Otherwise,
correctly.
you're staring high at my ceiling
Yeah.
fan.
Are you... Okay, here's a question for you. Do you have anything, an amount that you would be able or willing to invest in a standalone camera?
We are looking to do said reinvestment. So
Well,
we'll
the
have
re-
to have a side chat later so I can
Yeah,
explain
well,
what
the-
happened. It's really odd, but
Well,
yeah.
The reason why I ask is because recently I noticed for sale at Best Buy is a fairly inexpensive yet high quality visual camera that does have tunability to it. And if I remember correctly, the camera itself is less than $100. It is focusable. It does have a lot of tuning built into it that automatically pops up when it loads on the computer. No additional software required.
Hey, Jared.
And there are multiple ways to actually position it. So you could actually just have it on the top of the laptop and change the angle itself so you don't have to do that. Or if you wanted to put it on to its own tripod and put it at whatever height you want and have the laptop below it in front, you could do that too. It gives you a lot of options.
Yeah.
Sounds interesting.
I've been researching different, various webcam options, or we used to use, like back in the day, we were using just an older DSLR camera. But that thing's so old
It's a
right
beast.
now. Yeah, it's huge.
I see
And
Burns
so-
is coming back with the classic.
Oh,
like-
there's the face rig.
Aha.
So I'm actually using right now, just because I don't have a battery for my DSLR. I'm using a Logitech C920. There's my camera, my DSLR, Canon EOS M50. It's probably a little more than you're looking to spend. Like, if you get a decent enough camera, regardless DSLR or not, usually you can get a battery pack that has a plug-in that you can plug into so it'll run without having you waste your battery.
That would be nice, yeah. I'm definitely looking at something like that. I want something that'll be a little bit more mobile. But yeah, I'm trying to figure out the best setup for this, because I'm going to be doing a lot of streaming for the month of November because of NaNoWriMo. And so I really do need to come up with a better setup than what I have right now.
Yeah, you might also want to write down the word, well, 2 words, magic arm. This is a Manfrotto product at Manfrotto, they usually are quite expensive, but there are off-brand alternatives. If you want a very quick and easy adjustable mounting system for anything, if it's, doesn't matter if it's your camera or light or pop filter or whatever, the Magic Arm system is insane. You just pop a lever and just hold the thing you need to position exactly where you want it, and then you operate that lever again and it locks in. Done. No hassle, no issues. But again, you need to find the off-brand alternatives. They're awesome. I've used those for years and years.
So when I was looking for because I was looking for an actual arm for the Yeti, because I don't like it being on its stand. I wanted it to be up
never have that
here.
in physical contact with a table that you have a keyboard on, etc.
Exactly, because all you hear is clack, 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 clack. And so,
and don't suspend it from a ceiling if you've got upstairs neighbors either.
no, I don't have to worry about that. But I do want. But yeah, my hope is that I'll be able to have some sort of arm for my sound, for my microphone. But I was looking into it, and most of them for like the Yeti was like $300.
Oh, Blue, the makers of Yeti have their own. That's $100, and it runs the USB cable in the arm, so it's not like mine.
Yeah.
Here, where you can see the cable coming down the side here.
Yeah.
But
it actually runs through the top
more
of it.
Expensive than it needs to.
Yeah, but Bo, the cheaper ones can't hold the weight of a Yeti. So instead of holding it where it needs to be,
I don't know how much they weigh.
Because when I was looking through, because I was looking at the Yeti arms, and like there was ones that aren't for the knockoff brands for the Yeti, and in the comments, every single one of them's like, "Do not get this for the Yeti; it cannot hold its weight."
The other alternative is to buy an actual microphone stand. You can get those easily for less than $50. I mean,
hold on just a second.
Or even better, secondhand, because the unfortunate byproduct of the kind of microphone holder that you can see on Jay's camera right now, that holds his microphone, is that there aren't any counterweights on it. It has springs on it, and if you don't ice it,
$20.
Yeah, there you go.
Jay, are you reading the chat?
No, I'm not.
Because there's a recommended addition to your setup that apparently is required.
Oh yeah.
From Leon, gonna need to donate some orange paracord to Jay so he can upgrade his setup.
Hey, that in there. Hold on just a second. Let me see if I can find that. Hold on.
That sounds kind of SM related.
I mean, that's okay too.
No, it's Jason related.
You mean like this right here? I don't know. Oh wait, wrong picture.
Hey, maybe that's his. That's just where Nick usually hangs his mankini or something. Hey, who knows?
Yeah, that. Okay.
Note the comment at the top of the image, please, folks. First, this was from Red's. This is from Red's stream earlier today.
Yeah, I was watching part of it. I hadn't gotten through all of it because I had to move out and switch to doing different things. I didn't get to that part yet.
Be a werewolf. But that's none of my business.
Hello, better half of you wished.
Or it's like listening to
also known as Stop Boss. Yeah.
or listening to the deposition with the AI bots.
Oh, that's great. I love that. That was fantastic.
Do we
was
like
funny.
this one? This one's pretty mediocre. This isn't my best work. I think this one might be a better step up.
Oh.
But the text goes beyond the border of the bubble.
Yeah, this triggers me. Just because the text, you need to like.
Hey, this was rough. Okay.
I do appreciate the artistic, angle you've got on it, but you need that's
There you
easy
go.
to do.
Oh, from God's
That's
auditor
what
in the
we-
chat, which Jay, you got the soundboard entry for that active, right?
That's an interesting perspective, and I hadn't considered that.
Oh. Of
I'd have to say
all,
on the
go ahead.
I'd have
Art.
to say on the deposition reading, the choice of Gilbert Godfrey as the voice of Kyle was a great
That was
choice
awesome.
by
I thought that was amazing.
strong
I'm just saying. I was just like, that's perfect.
Did anybody watch Donut this week?
No,
Sorry, watch what one?
Donut operator.
Donut Operator?
no.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Not yet.
does anybody here watch Angry Cops? That's the more important
Of
place.
course. I haven't watched the National
you need to
Guard,
watch-
the military video yet, but yeah.
You need to go watch. You need to go watch Donut Operator's most recent video. I think it was like 2 days ago, where it's the judge getting arrested.
Oh, the drunk.
Pay close
Yeah, I've seen the teaser for it.
Go watch that. Go watch that drunk judge. And tell me who that cop is. Please tell me who that cop is.
Hey, Coral, I sent you a DM on Discord. She's muted again.
By the way, for any of you who have who watched Angry Cops video on where he was stalking some privates
The
on a
land nav.
yeah, that one.
Oh yeah.
How many of
That was
you
hilarious.
had an internal moment of cringe and remembrance of the past? I was almost there, but I didn't really have that much of a problem navigating. But
Well, see, that's
man,
the thing.
that was a good one.
We didn't have to land nav at all because when's the Navy on land? For shore leave. All we've got to do is remember our way back to the pier.
And
that would find our way.
and
So for all intents and purposes, and you needed to know how to sail, in a state of very high alcohol levels back to the.
so
as
Nor-
long as you're sober enough to make it across the brow.
you're good.
Um,
And Bo, you're forgetting. Controlled inebriation is step 10 of the training. So
yes.
yeah, we
Yeah.
kind of end up
Controlled.
there in spades. Although I do have to say, you have to be careful in some places when you tell the cab driver that I need to be at this place in 5 minutes. You get me there, I will. You offer a gratuity, because we did that in Singapore. And I'm not sure about any of you, but driving on the sidewalk when you're not the one at the wheel can be rather cardiac intensive. He got us there though.
Try this one, Jared. Did you ever go to Bahrain? Did you ever have did you ever have Liberty in Bahrain?
Not in Bahrain, no.
Oh, you missed it then. You missed. Let's see. The cab drivers that would drive you out in the middle of the desert and tell you you're either gonna take their dick in your ass or you're gonna walk back to town.
Yeah, I don't want to be in the same side of town as you if you're running into that often enough to know it in that much detail.
Well, let's just put it this way. One of my friends ran into that. He was trying to get back to the ship and trying to get them dropped off at a naval support station by Manama. And yeah, Bahrain being one of the very few Muslim countries where alcohol is actually legal, he ended up out in the middle of the desert at night and had to call the quarterdeck after walking some 8 or 9 miles back into town once he figured out which direction town was.
Oh god, what happened now?
Okay, so Laura
Yeah.
tells Laura to tell her, stop it, yada yada yada. Anthony Lauer calls her Karen. He then goes on to talk about how Steve is a Karen towards Forbes, which, whatever. I mean, it's not like they're publishing something that could be out of context, to say the least. So then Mr. Maleficent says, "Notice the name that she uses right here."
Yeah, sorry, Mal is nowhere near Steve. I actually have access to Mal
Hold on,
through Skype.
Hold on, it's better.
God. Yeah.
She basically thinks everybody that's in the thread is just Steve puppets. So.
Oh,
Yeah.
Then Chesh is. Look at how many names you recall. Look at that. Oh yeah. And then Steve.
Some people just need to learn when to stop.
Oh no. While that was going on, me, Chesh, and Steve were dealing with 2, now 3, maybe 4 now, other idiots on another thread.
Yeah, did you know Nikki is?
Because
did you know that Nikki is a transphobe?
Did you?
Yeah,
That's
I'm
hilarious.
Oh my
That's
god.
hilarious.
I'm transphobe. I'm a bigot.
What? How does that work?
It's like, yeah.
Well, Steve did a thing, right? He joined an anti-bullying group. Hold on, let me get this stream out of here. He joined an anti-bullying group, right? He did a thing, and like straight out the gate, these people came in sideways. I shit you not. We don't know who these people are. Like, I have no clue who these people are, and they're acting like we should join the Guardians, knowing everything about the Guardians. It's an anti-bullying group of some repute, apparently. Maybe some ill repute, but they won't divulge said ill repute, right? So it's like, they won't tell us what's actually happening and what their gripe is. Go look up all the shit you can and go. I'm like, dude, I don't have time for that shit.
Oh,
I like how one of them just came out.
While you guys are talking, I will screen capture something and send it to one of you guys on Discord, and you'll get how bad this was. Because when I say fuck it and throw out a very nasty meme,
I banned
or
them.
GIF in this case, it's bad.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about.
Oh my god. And they're back onto that one too. Oh. So Icarus has a wonderful point, and this is immediately where my mind went. This is Steve's luck. Join an anti-bullying group. Gets bullied instantly in perpetuity. But
yeah, that's about right.
Steve,
that's 2020
Steve
in a nutshell.
Steve, I love you to death. Steve, I love you to death, but you attract some of the weirdest people I've ever seen, man. I'm telling you.
You know, there are these people out there.
It's like a magnet, man. It's like a magnet. It just pulls these people in.
Well, there are people out there who are magnets for some sort of crazy or stupid. Steve is one of them. I used to work with another guy who just naturally, random people would start saying some of the most crazy personal shit just in random conversations with him. And it was always hilarious to go on the bigger jobs with him, where we would be at a place for a few days to a week at a time, because then hotel stay, gotta go out to eat and everything. And the conversations that the wait staff would end up having with him were just so off the wall, crazy, and just, wait a minute, did they really just try to tell you their entire life story? And this guy that I used to work with was just like, yeah, it happens a lot.
Oh god. Okay. Hold on a second. We're gonna cover up my my next
I sent
shooter
them
stuff. Show them in order that you sent them to me.
All right. As you're getting,
yeah, they're in order, but there's only 2 of them. So,
all right. As you're getting that ready, God's Auditor said, "I've told Steve a dozen times he needs to stop giving these kinds of people attention." Here's the hilarious thing with that. Steve has stopped giving them attention at times. They go fucking nuttier. All right. Wow, you guys are fucking dumb. Please, wait. What? Oh my! Do these people really not know that terms like guys, dudes, and the fuck is wrong with you are?
Oh, keep going, keep reading, keep reading.
Okay, no, let's just stay at the top here. You guys are apparently misgendering someone. Okay, how often do people say, "Hey, you guys," regardless if it's addressed to women, men?
Yeah.
I mean,
Moron.
yeah. I understand where this person is coming from. Like, if you squint really, really, really hard, it can be considered a microaggression. But
Right?
Well,
it's like you've got to really squint very, very hard, because obviously, like,
Don't
when
forget
you
you gotta
say
stab your left eye out
guys
to
and
make that work, too.
dudes, you're saying that the male is the null, right? The neutral, and that's not really. But it's like,
okay, so Coral,
Whatever.
I have to ask, how much yoga are you doing? Because if you can kind of see what they were talking about, holy shit, are you fucking flexible? Because I can normally see and decipher stupid, but even I can't get my head that far up my own ass.
It gets
well,
better. Just keep reading.
here's the thing. I can't do yoga. So maybe that's the trick.
Okay, so I decided when I'm being misgendered, not you. I assume that this should be right here. Is something you would be sensitive to. It's not okay. Just insert word here because we disagree about something else.
Sorry about the volume being on the screen capture.
It's okay. So then we get the classic meme. Let's move on to the next one.
Oh my god!
Gloves were off at that point.
Oh, I don't have to
We've
be...
legitimately never interacted with these people before. Legitimately.
Oh god.
One of them came right out of the gate like lobbing intended insults at me, and then later justified it by saying he was just paying me back. How do you fucking pay someone back? I've never fucking interacted with the guy.
Hey, Jared, you might want to block the screen for a second.
All right, give me one.
This is a tweet Red put out.
All right,
so I've
go.
got to,
All right, let's see what this is. Yeah, I've seen that one before, and
Oh, nice.
Oh my god!
I love that.
That's my kind of Halloween costume. Yeah.
I like it.
Oh, man.
That is what I call fantastic.
Yeah, that's art.
Considering I have,
Okay.
considering I have two burlap
Now, put Kyle's face on it. It's even better.
No. Kyle's face needs to be in the wheelbarrow.
I didn't say where.
All right, hold on. Let me download it.
Oh, I think Icarus is mad that he didn't get to see it. Should we post a link in the chat for people so they can take a look at it themselves?
Rhetoric's Twitter. That's all you have to say. Rhetoric's Twitter.
Fun side note, though, I just want to say that I actually had a pleco fish, one of those sucker fishes. And by the time we ended up having to rehome him because he got way too big, we actually gave him to aquarium. That's how big he ended up getting. Wow. He was in a humongous thing, but we couldn't figure out what to name him, so we just named him Dude.
And then Dude had babies.
Tastes like wild.
Fun side note about that. You ever want to see a real fun fish fight? Watch a Pleco and Oscar go at it.
Oh, yeah, they'll fight.
Yeah. Point.
and Dude used to eat pretty much everything. Like whatever got into the tank, it was gone.
See, now that sounds like a. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Jared.
Oh, no, that actually sounded like the perfect way to say it. And it doesn't matter what orientation, gender, or sex the person or thing you're talking about is. Dude's gotta eat.
Dude's gotta eat. And Dude's gonna eat.
He's gonna eat, and he's gonna eat everything that any other fish hasn't ate, and he's gonna keep growing.
Well, I mean, that son of a bitch, like literally when we rehomed him, I want to say he was probably 2 to 3 feet.
Oh, god damn.
Yeah.
He was huge.
Yeah. To keep growing.
Oh,
yeah.
Growing.
Yeah, we had him for years.
You want to see a really interesting fish war?
And he came to us. He was only like this big.
Yeah, but what is their theoretical maximum size? I mean, they're not. What is the name of that fish that is an invasive species?
Like the carp?
Yeah, carp. They can get huge. I mean, huge, big enough to swallow a medium-sized human.
Okay, so.
No, with like most cold-blooded animals, if I remember right, especially reptiles, they just keep growing until they die. I mean,
as long as they have
if
enough
a crocodile
food
was able to live like 100 years, it would be fucking 50, 60 feet long. So
you mean just like one of those Florida golf courses that had a more or less pet alligator?
No, we're talking like a saltwater crocodile size or bigger.
So I Googled it. It says, in the wild, a common pleco will grow to only around 24 inches. In an aquarium, it typically only grows around 15 inches. The dude ate everything.
So you had the plecos.
Everything.
But they help clean up the tank. Just make sure that it's
except for so you would think that it keeps the tank clean, except most people don't think about the pleco shit. Okay, and he had long ass pleco shit. Okay, because he was a big dude.
Well, you should always have a tank that's big enough to hold a big dude, and also the filtering system has to be big enough. So
yeah, we had a Mongo filter. We had a few filtering systems on it. We had like the way that the tank was set up. Well, we had to upgrade his tank so many times, but the final tank before we had to give him to an aquarium because of how big he was. I want to say it was like a 55, no, it wasn't 55 gallon. It was a 75 gallon or 100 gallon tank. And we had like 4 different filters on it. And we also had a temporary one that was the 55 gallon that had its own. And then we would actually try to feed him in the smaller tank. So that way he would shit there and then put him into the other tank just for his like exercise and stuff like that. Because it was like, we went through so many filters. We like at one point it was like a daily change of pulling out the filter and try to rinsing them off and stuff like that. It's just it was so bad.
Basically, taking care of a public pool at that point.
Yeah, it was so bad.
So aren't there other species that literally eat feces of other animals, and you can use those? I mean, I think I've heard those. I'm not talking about those small cookies you can buy a sack of to put in your filter, and bacteria lives on them. I'm talking about other fish or.
So we tried that. Dude ate them.
Okay, maybe you should have had
everything,
and then volume a pump for volume exchange of the water and have the fish in there.
Like we even tried snails because I was like, okay, the snails maybe they'll survive because they have the shell, and so no, dude ate the snails and everything.
Jeez, what an asshole! Dude's an asshole,
right?
I had a fish like that. It was a pig.
Yeah, he would eat everything. Like we tried a lot of different things. Like especially in the beginning because we wanted to have a bunch of different fish in the tank and stuff like that. And at one point, we even tried to do because we found some like puffer fishes that were freshwater puffer fishes. And so we were going to try to implement those in. Those lasted for all of like a day. And at one point, I just got to a point where I'm just like, no, he ate the puffer fish. And I'm just like, how? Like, and then he did start like swimming lopsided. I'm like, is he okay? And my husband was like, dude, I think he's high.
Is there an existence of the aquatic version of catnip?
Wait a minute. Gets high on kills people, right?
Well, wait a minute. Hang on. I got a question. Isn't it dolphin who fuck around with puffer fish for the narcotic effects?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I'm telling you, if dude ever got out, he would probably be like Godzilla.
He'd be hanging with the dolphins.
Cold water or fresh water?
I think it was fresh water.
Oh, darn it. I was thinking of the clownfish.
I was going to say, to be fair, dolphins are just a few things removed from being human level intelligence and being human level assholes, if not more so in some aspects.
Amen.
So,
ducks.
Close enough to be Kyle, but not really.
Don't insult the dolphins like that. That's fucked up.
Dolphins smarter than fucking Kyle.
Discord DMs.
I mean, I literally got to a point where I was so upset. Go ahead. Sorry.
I'm just thinking, well, yeah, I see what you get there, Bull, but male dolphins, that they do have a reputation of literally raping female dolphins. Seriously, raping them.
And they have sex for pleasure amongst themselves, yeah.
And that too, yeah. And
it's just
using
it's an extreme example.
They can also attempt to rape humans too, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, another
extreme example of homosexuality too.
Which is really, really funny because my best friend literally just sent me a text and she says, "Hey, dude."
Jared, Discord or bring it up on the stream?
Oh, no. I'm saying go ahead and tweet that shit out. That is worthy of further proliferation, and you know what? consider my suggestion to tweet this out as my Halloween gift to everyone. So yeah,
I had to make a tweak to your tweet.
so if you're not already following Thoughts by Jay Brown on Twitter, you need to go fix that shit quick.
Should be.
Damn.
So by the time but anyways, the reason why he ended up finding a home in an aquarium, not only because of how much work he was, but I just started feeling really bad for the other fish. I was just like, I feel like I'm feeding a cannibal. Like every single time I put a fish, and I was just like, because I try to give him even the regular food, and like he'll eat, and he's like he was a garbage can of a fish. Like you put lettuce in there, kale, he'll eat it up. Didn't matter what it
Tweet is
was.
in the live chat.
Gone.
So he was the waterborne equivalent of a goat.
Pretty much, yeah. That was dude. Yeah, that was pretty much it. Yeah, we put that in fact, because we started off with like a bunch of tetra, and we had a few like different things that we put in with it, and yeah, pretty much, as God's auditor was saying, I need 600 feeder fish. Yeah, that's pretty much what it felt like. I was just like, I felt so bad. I'm like, I'm perpetuating this cycle
I'm encouraging his bad habits.
It's
I'm
so
an
awful. It really did feel that way. I was
Here you
like,
go, Jared.
I can't.
This is right in line with us.
Wow.
That's a
got
big
that look like I've seen some shit.
I mean, it'll have to be at a time where you know that the morons in there have been bored out of their minds for a couple of hours beforehand.
So
I like the contents of the basket, though.
I noticed that too.
I saw, yeah.
That's the first thing I picked up on. Like, ooh, what do they got there?
But here's the question. Like, I could understand 2 of the 3 of those being readily given up. But the fleshlight?
Flash or flesh?
Yeah, flashlight. Right. That to me would be a little gross. I wouldn't want to share a flashlight. I'm just saying. And I don't even have a penis.
Well, not the one that's attached to you, maybe.
Right.
I'm not sure how that would work anyway.
I mean,
well,
you
there
know,
are 2-in-1s.
Penis.
There are, but
Yeah.
still, it's like, I don't know. Even if I had a penis, I wouldn't want to share a fleshlight. I don't think so.
Well, yeah, you would want to have physical.
You gotta clean it out really good.
Evidence of it being cleaned thoroughly.
Right.
Well, hang on. It also depends on your definition of share. Like, if it's just someone else's hand on it.
No, I'm talking about like someone splooge and then somebody like is trying to use a used one. It would just be gross. But I guess if that does it for you, I guess you do. But
no, think about it.
Doesn't seem sanitary.
Think about it this way, Coral. Think about your hand on the outer part of it, while hubby is laying there.
Yeah, I've done that many times. That's fine. That's not even...
Like I said, it all depends on your definition of share.
Yeah, that it would be different, yes. But no, I'm talking about like sharing the other part, the inside part.
Oh, Icarus, I have no idea what you're talking about, and I'm happy about that.
It's for the best, Icarus.
Yeah, probably.
He must not have been paying attention the whole time. So.
Right.
He missed some key context.
Nah,
Oh, that never happened.
not here. No.
Not anywhere. Well,
We'll just go with that. We'll just go with that.
Yeah, we can go with that.
Oh, why does that not surprise me there, Rodent? Icarus.exe stopped working.
Oh my god. That's great, Rodent. Oh my god.
So for those who don't know, Wasteland Weekend is essentially imagine a midnight showing of Rocky Horror Picture Show, except for Mad Max, and it's all weekend long. Like 3-day camping weekend long. If
That
not
sounds
longer.
amazing, though. I'm just saying.
And that event, that type of event, what he said happened, really makes sense, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I could see that.
Now,
I guess
Do you want
I don't
to
want
see
to
that?
judge anyone for anybody, you know.
Oh, it's
But
5.
yeah.
It's 5 days long now. And okay, Rodent,
Wow.
I have one question. How many cases of metallic silver spray paint were utilized during that week?
And I just want to know how much like disease was spread by that one fleshlight.
Oh, it's
You
official
don't
on
wanna
Twitter. My tweet is great because OPT lawyer liked it.
That guy, I love that guy.
Now I've seen that. I've seen the race car. The race
slot
things
cars.
I've seen that before. That's hilarious.
And of course, this is the topic of conversation before Karis gets in here. So we are going to have some fun in retelling her when she comes in. Because while she's not here yet, she is still planning on making an appearance.
Oh, we'll switch. We'll quickly switch the topic.
Metal
Maybe.
leaf cake decoration. I can neither confirm
Oh. Oh my god, that's amazing.
Yeah.
And Cheshire.
I have to show this latest. This is fucking great. I have to show this.
All right, what you stumbled across this time?
Will it let me share Twitter?
Screen share it should. There we go.
You're in a public forum. You're responding to me. Stop responding. I'll have nothing to say. Except you did. Did Steve give you his?
Oh,
Not
Austin.
nothing to say.
Did Katie give Chess consent for you to harass her for 11 minutes? Did Steve give you his? Like, she wants to play how long you've been bugging somebody with somebody she's literally been they've been bugging us for
years
at this point.
Oh, that.
She is literally begging for a mirror.
Laura, you lost credibility with me the minute you.
Damn.
So basically, the moral of the story is, if you want to experience the loveliness of cancer on the internet, you just follow Steve around, and it will come to you.
Yeah, he's like a magnet for these people.
Wasteland is like a Renaissance fair, but Mad Max / Fallout / any post-apocalyptic that is similar. Except you have to have a costume to attend. And last year they had 4,000 people.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, with COVID going on, yeah.
I found not Alora, but Kuwasa made a great GIF response.
Kawasa is amazing.
So you remember the skater girl,
Mm-hmm.
Chesh.
That perfect cartoonish of the tail. Perfect.
Perfect.
Oh, they set up a Thunderdome with bungee cords and boofer weapons. Okay. That sounds like it'd be fun to go to.
Sounds amazing.
I've seen some pictures from prior years, and yeah, entertaining, interesting. Not sure if it's my cup of tea, but I don't know. I think I could make an exception one year.
Right. I feel like, YOLO.
You know, there are things that I've discounted before that I wasn't as reticent to try initially. Like, at first, I thought I would hate the fucking food when I got to Japan if I tried to eat out in town. Oh boy, was I wrong.
Yeah, every single time I talk about, like, I love traveling. I love traveling so much, but every single time I talk about traveling, my husband's like, you wouldn't eat anything there.
Why
And
are
Bubba
they?
King did not approve.
Why are they only giving him one tub of Vaseline?
It needs a Bubba King tattoo.
It needs Bubba King approval, and he did not approve.
I could not believe that I actually saw
Having fun there, Dave? And
oh, did you guys hear that? I'm sorry.
We did. And Rodin, I had to pin that last message of yours because it was just...
I am so sorry. Let me show you the context of that.
All right, while you're pulling that up, Rodent no last name, this one deserved to be pinned. Yeah, Wasteland weekend was canceled. We canceled our fake apocalypse for a real apocalypse.
Ain't that
the this is something that they're bitching about because what are you trying to say here? Are we sore losers?
Hang on. Scroll up. There was the question about that. Excuse me, is this what you meant by kink?
She tried to accuse Sean Hufford of being a racist.
Yep. I remember that. Oh my god, we all.
Yeah.
This pisses me off, dude. This is why you piss me off. You're actually accusing a good friend of mine of being fucking racist.
Yeah, Sean of all people.
Sean of all people.
The worst part of it is
the Bubba joke, because he made a joke about Bubba in prison. We're looking at somebody who deserves comeuppance. Is that fucking vengeance? No, to me it's justice. If he goes to prison for his fuckery for a year, I'll be happy for him. Get that fucker in there. You're damn right.
All right. Someone tell the Athens to get his ass over here. I have a message for him from this one. So let's keep this tweet handy because oh boy. Yeah.
Are you a Vulcan?
So
I don't want to bog down my connection too much.
No,
I was just, I mean, I get it. Like, again, I'm trying to figure the Steelman position, and I'm going to try to do some really hard mental gymnastics to try to figure out the thing. I know there are some people who do not like using the gay prison joke stereotype because it is it just exacerbates a stereotype or whatever. So that's the only thing that I could think of with the Bubba thing, because normally in the stereotype it is you know, in
Now-
in the scenario, it's a
If your
big black man
question,
named Bubba.
if your question to me is, do I wish harm on Kyle Curtis? Absolutely not. I don't wish harm on anybody. Let me be perfectly clear. If he goes to prison for a longer sentence, there is a real rehabilitative side, and it's a sucky system, and I know our system sucks. I've heard what he said about that, and I actually believe those stories that Kyle told me about his time in prison. He told them all on the channel. So it's not like this is private information. I'm not doxing Kyle.
It's nothing new.
It's nothing new, right?
He talked about it on Nonsec.
Yeah, a couple times. One time
Mhm.
with Caitlin Chloe, and one time I forget who the other guest was. I think it might have been Steve at one point. And so, like, do I think he should go back to prison? It's the consequence of doing what you did. Do you deserve the consequences, even though you're ignorant of them? Absolutely.
And
We all
what
have-
I was saying, Bull, though, was not that. I was just saying that I think, like, if you squint really hard at what that person was saying, I think that's what they're alluding to, is the fact that by bringing up the Bubba gay prison meme, that is in itself
a racist thing.
right. And you might not even and people might not realize that there are certain types of things that come off as microaggressions, even if it's not even if that wasn't your intent, it can still come off that way.
Yeah.
Well, that's also why.
Right. So
That's also why when she posted the whole thing about Bubba, she goes, "You guys can Google it yourself." I went and Googled a different definition from a normal dictionary, and it said the exact opposite. It's a white overweight male from the South.
Yeah,
And
I've
I
heard
said
it
below,
both
it
ways.
depends on your definition and how you use it.
For sure.
And there are definitions out there that make no reference to ethnic background at all.
Yeah.
The term itself is a Southern term that actually is derived from brother.
Yeah, and
so it generally started as an endearment term, and it's black or white. I mean, they're Bubba's.
Well, Bubba.
The biggest problem here, the biggest problem here is that whether something is racist or not is, ignoring all what do you call it? Unintentional. No, or damn it. Let me just say it right out then. It is all about the intent. But of course, it's really difficult, especially online, to have that come across when somebody feels as if they have been violated verbally for something. Then they consider it racist or ableist or whatever it might be.
Yeah.
Even though it necessarily the fact in it.
Well,
right.
Here's the dose of reality of what Laura decided to poke her nose into. It was audio. So you could hear the inflection, you could hear the banter, you could hear everything going on around what she was trying to craft certain comments as. And if you notice, when it came to the review and response of what was being said, the one to bring up race as a negative thing, as a derogatory thing, was Laura. Every time that a explanation was given, a response was given, someone giving their own reaction to it, the one who always went to play the racist card or the homophobe card or any of those monikers, any of those potential assignments for a microaggression, it was Laura.
So again,
I've
he is
seen
in
people like
desperate
that.
need of
Yeah.
a mirror.
Yeah.
She's the kind of person that plays identity politics. She basically uses it as a shield.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it sucks because there are some real actual discussions to be had, and when people use it as a shield or even as a weapon, it brings the whole discourse down, because I do think that there is something important about because I always want to try to give people the most charitable view, I want to steel man them as much as possible, but it's and try to see it from their view, because I know that my view is not always necessarily the right one, but when you utilize the things like that, the things that can be considered microaggressions, if you use that as a weapon, when it's not actually without considering the context of what people are saying, the actual conversation that's being had, it can almost be more damaging to the discourse, because you're almost alienating potential allies.
Yeah, it's a different version of the crying wolf.
Exactly.
Using a word or a term too much, especially when it's not appropriate at the time, you diminish the meaning of the words or terms.
You mean calling everybody?
To be fair, to be fair, I played some identity politics with Bev a couple days ago, because he was going really hard on a couple of our friends in the debunking community, and I was like, you know what, fuck this. You want to start pulling that shit? I'll jump in there. Say something to me. I was waiting for him to say something stupid, and he would have got his ass reported.
Yeah,
that's not really what I call identity politics. When I'm talking about identity politics, it's a situation where someone's going to come out and be a nasty asshole, and then as soon as they get called out on it, it's going to hide behind whatever identity. Oh, I'm a female. Oh, I'm trans. Oh, they're above reproach.
That's
when there was a lot
that's
of
also
that.
another reason why I've been jumping on some of this stuff too. It's like, you're calling all these people homophobes. That's why that one thread, they're like, oh, you guys are all homophobes, you're bigots, blah blah blah. I was like, I'm a bi trans girl. How is this bigotry and how is this homophobia? Oh, by the way, Bull's gay too. How does this work?
It's almost like those of us on this side of it, we don't give a fuck about those details about people.
Yeah. See how that works, huh?
You know what? I make it a habit of not addressing a person I'm talking to in third person. The only place where this really matters much is writing.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Okay.
When I'm talking to you, I usually use your name or you, right?
All right.
With respect.
All right.
First or second person.
All right. So the Athens has showed up. So, Bull or Jay, can you pull up that tweet that I replied to? Because I got some words for Mr. Austin there. And good evening, hon. Glad to see you could make it. We have some catching. We have some catching up for you in a moment.
I had to check and see that was actually Karis or if it was just Jay.
Ring our bells to be a special subscriber.
I got this. Karis. I've increased the suspense here, folks.
Oh, all right there. Mr. Athens, while I do agree that, yes, it was a joke and they need to get over it, and it's their comprehension that is lacking. Even a Vulcan understands comedy and humor. How dare you try to associate that dumb fuck with such a noble and honorable race from the greatest sci-fi franchise? How dare you, sir?
Wait. Hold on. Let me find something I got a response to that, Jared.
It's not to be taken serious. It's a joke. Like, don't you get what a joke is? Like, honestly.
Is this one of the? I of course came into this late. Is this one of those situations where it's a joke is being used to basically be an ass?
This is about the Bubba joke.
Yeah, the warnings of what Kyle is gotten himself into. And here's the thing, none of us said that we wanted to do anything rectal to Kyle in any way, shape, or form. Which, by the way, Laura, if you decide to put your fifis aside for a moment and actually listen to this, the term that Red's Rhetoric used was wrecked. R-E-K-T. The shorthand internet slang for wrecked. W-R-E-C-K-E-D. Not rectal, you fucking numpty.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I found that absolutely hilarious. Just like, wait, who doesn't know what wrecked means?
Someone trying to twist it to make their own point.
I have to give her.
Maybe she's a boomer.
No, she has Asperger's. She does have Asperger's. I'll give her that. But
I'm just referencing the Steve joke. The Steve.
I get this. But everybody with any form of autism is different. So it could be something along those lines. You know, I want to be fair to Laura and give her the benefit of the doubt. But like, at what point do you not take responsibility for your own actions and things?
Yeah. Okay, I saw a little bit of
proportional to
somebody literally brought that up. They tried to do that to me. They tried to do that to me, and it was holy spackle of all fucking people.
Not that it's directly related to age, but still, it's appropriate to ask her, how old is she? I mean, is she 16?
No, she's in her 40s,
pushing 40,
I think, right?
Either late 30s, early 40s, if I remember correctly.
Oh, she's young.
She should be responsible for, her self-interaction.
But I don't even. I saw just a little bit of some of this on Twitter. At this point, I don't know what's going on. What has been said, and exactly to what is she taking objection to? I mean, I guess later on I can just go through and watch
Sean
it.
Hufford. Oh, she didn't hear it. Should I play it?
Sure, why not?
I guess so.
Yeah, let me start this afresh. Sorry.
And by the way,
Are you saying Bubba King does not approve?
Why are they only giving him one tub of Vaseline?
It needs a Bubba King tattoo.
It needs Bubba King approval, and he does not approve.
I could not believe that they actually sold 55-gallon drums.
Why is it not wrapped in barbed wire?
What the fuck is going on here?
Don't kink shame me.
I don't joke. Jesus Christ, get out more. Get a hobby.
Why do you think I need a 55-gallon drum of it?
Okay. That is the hobby.
God, this is so hilarious.
I forgot that I said that.
And by the way,
Are you saying Bubba King does not approve?
Why?
So yeah, Sean made a joke.
I forgot that I said that.
Dude, that was hilarious. I didn't even realize I was part of this video. Like I forgot I was in the room with these people.
So you guys probably aren't going to like this. I agree with her on some parts, disagree with her on others.
See, that's what I was saying.
Oh yeah.
Jared, I believe a Vulcan said this.
Yes. Somebody used that bullshit to smack on Vulcans. We are ashamed.
No, on that I totally agree. You just don't do that to Vulcans.
Don't do that to Vulcans.
Sorry, I didn't really
Up
hear
a-
what you had to play there, Jay.
Yeah, let me turn it up.
Romulans get
Go back 10 seconds.
Humor. It is a difficult concept. It is not.
Difficult, but not impossible.
I'm just saying that a Vulcan has said it's difficult, but again, you never said it was impossible. Just trying to help Athens out, but I totally failed, probably.
I was trying to look up a thing, and I can't find it, but there was a comedian that tried to explain trying to explain it, where they said that in order to determine whether or not, because jokes, of course, are supposed to be kind of edgy and they can be offensive and funny and all of those things. But at what point is the joke offensive and mean? And the way that the comedian put it, and I wish I could find it because it was perfect. And if I can find it, I'll try to post it. But the comedian said something along the lines of who it's directed towards matters. So when the joke is, like, say, about racism and it's making fun of a racist act, that's edgy. But if it is towards, say, a person in its, like, particularly, then it becomes more offensive. Because that's where the line is.
If the joke was alluding to, I've heard that Kyle has an attraction for people of color, and if it was just alluding to that, I would say it's not racist. If it's talking about a demographic thing in prisons, I'd start saying that. And I mean, I'm the first to say that I say stupid shit because my upbringing was fucked. So I'm in no place to judge. If I did so, I'd be a fucking hypocrite.
How about this? I have on occasion, in not just any setting, but said to a black friend of mine, "Get your black ass in here," because he was taking too much time making stuff ready for something we were doing. Would that be racist? No. It's it's a friend of mine. I mean, how often don't you guys make a jab at me for something?
Well, it's also not it's not generalizing a demographic either, whereas a joke that makes commentary, the whole "don't drop the soap" thing, and then puts a black guy in there as the stereotypical prison person who would be doing the raping. Yeah, I'm sorry, but yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to say. It's more about perpetuating that stereotype, and most people don't stop to think about that stuff, but it is. I mean, the "don't drop the soap" type jokes and prison type jokes, and the fact that most of the time it is always a big black dude in the showers or whatever, and that just kind of perpetuates the being, not only that it's a big scary black dude, but also that that being gay is going to treat other people as they would without regard of consent and things like that. It perpetuates some really awful things.
It's always putting the black guy as the aggressor and never the victim too.
Mm-hmm. And some people may not like it, but the other problem is also that it isn't a static line of what's acceptable and what isn't. It's very much dynamic, and it changes constantly.
No, and
Yeah.
agreed. And that's where the section that was clipped out, and there, I know Chesh and or Sean made a comment about the picture that I shared internally, not on air, and this is where it was a vague enough comment that people could take it from what they will, but they one of them said that the color was wrong. Now, this picture was in very, very, very unrealistically pale appendage. It didn't have a natural skin
Have
color
you
to
seen
it of
me?
any.
Jared, have you seen me? Have you not seen me?
No, Karis, this was literally probably
No, I
paler
saw
than
that
you.
part.
Yeah.
No, it
No,
wasn't.
I
It really
know
wasn't.
I know she's seen it, but that's the thing is, it was never said what the appropriate color was. Just the fact that it was not a realistic skin color at all.
The implication was very much not that. I think we all know that. But then again, I've heard Kyle's propensity for having a preference for non-white people. I don't know how correct that is. It's just what I've heard, so it may have been an allusion to that. But with some of the other commentary, my leaning is towards not, and I could be completely wrong. But it's just, it costs nothing to not, you know.
I'm going to retweet something again after quite some time and retweet it at ET2 Productions. We are talking about this very phenomenon tonight. Look at the date on this tweet by Red's Rhetoric.
Yeah, let me. Wow.
When was the for? I'm not looking.
I'm not seeing it.
Oh, well, it's on Twitter. So the original tweet by Reds was the 26th of July, 2019.
At 9:56 a.m. Eastern Time.
Yes, because that's where I am.
And Bo has to go. Bye, Bo.
Bye, Bo.
Bye, Bo.
Bye, Bo.
Bye, Bo.
Always good to see you, bud. So, if I don't know if you can read this, because this is a stupid Twitter client, but it says, Peter S.A. 2 hours ago, so presumably 2 hours on that same day prior, Kyle, what you did to Non Sequitur Show, Steve, Will, and the community cannot be forgiven. But where your show, but where you show your true colors is with the largely silent situation with Bull. No help from you, and not even compensation for the production of the Non Sequitur Show. While the show's income was thousands of dollars monthly and he was going homeless, Red from the Red's Rhetoric and community had to step in and help. What is wrong with you?
Yes.
By the way, your new show sucks. And this is literally a comment from one of the Non Sequitur Show's Reloaded video, which was posted at that time.
Yeah.
So anybody who wants to believe people didn't see this shit for what it was, you're a con artist, Kyle. That's what the fuck you are. That's what you're fucking are, and I'm calling it, dude.
Birds of a feather.
You knew I was unemployed when you asked me to do that show. You knew I was looking for a job the whole goddamn time, right? And you knew I asked you to actually pay, and you did pay some of my utilities to keep your show going, which got shittier and shittier and shittier. And the people who wanted to see Steve had something to say about it, and left 6,000 strong that day, I believe. It's still at what, 27?
Well, there was an exodus of at least 6,000 active subscribers, if not more.
Right.
It is very tough to tell because as people
The
were
damage
leaving,
you already did to the show, Kyle, proves to me that it's all about you. You're a narcissistic prick, and I don't give a shit what happens to you, bud. I don't. I hope you rot in jail for as long as you get, and you get chased your entire life, unable to work a W-2 job where you can live in an apartment with anybody. Because as soon as you sign that W-2, there's going to be creditors crawling down your phone for the rest of your life asking for this money. That's what's going to happen because in North Carolina, they can't garnish your wages. And the creditors can be worse than the garnishing. Trust me, it can be far worse. Privatized.
Well, this is why I kind of made the Family Guy joke. Kyle is going to be prison wife.
Well, this isn't even prison wife. It's just him going to be doing more and more shit that gets him put in prison. It's a pattern at this point.
yeah, and that really is a sad part, is that there were many points at which this could have gone a different route and have been handled and ended up in a better situation than it's currently at, and you have one person to blame. You have one person to look at and say, you fucked up. You perpetuated and you caused the mess. Now you get to deal with it. Which, by the way, 5 days, 19 hours, 10 minutes, and 45 seconds.
We caught your ass with the hand in the cookie jar, Kyle. That's what the fuck we did.
You know what? I have to agree with Rodent No Last Name there. Having a stylist isn't necessarily having style yourself.
Yeah, it's a bit pretentious, don't you think?
Not necessarily, because I would not say that my wife is pretentious, but she does get her hair done, and it does come out very wonderful. Except when she... no, I'm not going to go there. better to not go there.
No. Finish what you were
These are
going to say.
these are things more wisely said where nobody can come back and watch it and put you in the doghouse for later.
Well, she already knows my opinion on certain hairstyles she's had. Let's put it this way. It's a measure of extremes. It's the middle that hasn't really gone right. Either long enough to be styled in a number of ways, or go with the pixie cut. She actually rocked it. She was able to pull it off.
And whoever the fuck Spock's evil clone is, thank you. Thank you for the Gowron face.
Yes! Oh, those were fucking phenomenal.
All right, so I'm told I have a message for Karis.
Oh.
Are you there?
Yeah.
Potatoes.
Potatoes.
Gee, I wonder where that came from.
Return the message, all the potatoes.
Okay, will do.
All depends on how you treat them, though. Because there are many ways to deal with potatoes.
Yeah, I just checked. I can't English now. I just checked my texts.
Oh, so Miss Crane, would you like to know some of the other things that have been brought up tonight that you missed so far?
Do I want to?
Be careful what you answer.
Let's put it this way. The monetization issue tonight was not caused by you.
Never is.
Okay, well, since that's going to be off my conscience, go ahead.
Give me a second to pull up the images.
Oh God, Jay's here. I forgot.
You know how this works.
So for a recap of the depravity we've already gotten into tonight.
Jay, you weren't here earlier in the week.
Oh,
I know. I was told about that, and I'm a little upset that I wasn't a part of that. But we'll do the tasteful memes first, Jared. How does that sound?
Yeah, we got to ease into it.
And I'm still trying to see if I can find that comedian thing.
I was trying to look up on
me.
that too, Coral. I just couldn't find it.
By the way, that hashtag, there's a lot of nuggets on that hashtag. What about pool? It's a lot of nuggets.
Yeah, we use that for. We should still use it. We need to bring that one back.
Oh, it didn't go away. You should go look at it.
Oh, yeah.
So we did start with this with just a minor airing of opinions of what has happened in that shit show, and
God,
I haven't even been online lately, so I have no idea.
Oh,
Nicholas Lamar Suter.
Wait. So I will say it this way, Karis. Remember what I told you about.
Yeah.
It's been made public.
Okay.
And the two who made it blazingly public were willing to do that and then leave it alone. This guy is now threatening legal action, so I guess he wants it to stay public.
Okay.
So, yeah, that time is.
Dude, how do I even begin to get into the rabbit hole that is Nicholas Lamar Suter?
Oh, yeah, that's another one. I just started listening to a lot of that stuff. I hadn't even like for the non-sex stuff. I've been following
It started out really
Forever.
good. It was strong, and Ansgar was the.
I was watching in time when it was like.
I had just started a new job, and I always took lunch and watched in time.
It was so good, and then all of a sudden I saw Ansgar come on, and it was obviously two people that it just felt really awkward, and Ansgar was trying to be very polite and trying to play off that it was an amicable split, but it was a very awkward show. And so I knew that something else had been going on in the background. Some people had said little things here and there, but then just recently the things that have been posted is very, very eye-opening.
Yeah, that one, Karis, we were not allowed to share on the stream for obvious reasons.
Mm-hmm.
I sent her the Kyle and Puny.
Oh, okay, yeah, that one. Mm-hmm. But now the one that really made for interesting topics of conversation was.
Hold on, I've got this. I got the first one still available.
Oh, all right.
Oh, yes.
Yes, the question that started the show.
You're
at Walmart. You
Back
can
around to
only
this.
buy 3 items with the goal of making the cashier uncomfortable. What are your choices?
As uncomfortable as possible.
Condoms, apple pie, and whipped cream.
That just sounds fun.
That's
That
a lot
sounds
of people.
delicious.
Okay.
So that sounds like a really good time. So
Right.
Lube, cucumbers, and I don't know.
See,
Those
she's
first
like
two
me.
items
She went
are
with
on order
lube
from
first.
convent.
That's what I said.
Alright, so let's go ahead and down the list. Let's start with Tekatron. What were your 3 choices?
Oh, I don't know.
I know we're gonna all need to like rewatch back to come up to hear what our choices were.
Oh, I remember mine. I remember mine. So
My
God's
stepson
auditor.
just came up and said, what was it? Laxatives, condoms, and dog tennis balls.
Nice.
He's not far off from mine.
Right. Was,
So my 3 were laxatives, the largest heavy-duty painting drop cloth you can find, and a paint-by-numbers coloring book.
That's right.
Furball has his. His are lube, cucumber, and Tabasco.
Yes. Nice.
But why the
5.56
lube?
ammo.
Hang on.
5.56. Oh wait, go on.
Why the lube if you already have Tabasco?
All the way in.
Well, Tabasco only gives the heated feeling. The lube makes it possible.
Yes.
But
and make sure it's all the way in the back.
But Tabasco is a fluid, and if you know what you're doing with the shape of those bottles, it can be used as lube.
Any substance can be used as lube if you're creative enough.
Right.
What about what about some condoms, a shower curtain, and some pruning shears?
Well, that's close to the
sounds
one
like
when
a-
I said a hacksaw, painting drop cloth, and duct tape.
And a companion with an extremely long haircut. Like extremely long hair.
See, there's so many external factors that you have to bring into this that affect what's going to happen. Like the town the Walmart is in.
Bible Belt.
I still like mine. Adult diapers, lube, and a vibrating cock ring.
Yeah.
5.56
fun
ammo, gay
time.
porn, and a copy of Amerigeddon on DVD.
I just said if we could use bulk, I said go buy a pallet of lube at Costco.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
pallet.
no, the Fleet enemas.
A 55-gallon
Fleet enemas. That's what it was. It was the enemas.
case. Oh, what was the Fleet enemas? Yes, a case of Fleet.
You might need to repin rodent there.
Oh, God, yes, we got another good one from him.
Hey, Andy.
Oh, the manacles thing?
No. I put laxatives in pot brownies just for the shits and giggles.
And you guys call me literal.
I love it.
I've never called you literally.
Hey, it's funny.
Nice.
Andy, we
Hey,
got
Andy. All right, so
Did you
one
just
of the
assume my associations?
Also, Andy, those pictures were amazing. I'll let everybody else guess what it is, and I'll just leave you to it.
I can imagine because I know some of the stuff he works on. Barbed wire, duct tape, and a ski mask. Interesting combination. So, one of the other
laxative brownie mix and laxative brownie mix and frosting.
But what flavor frosting?
That sounds like revenge.
Chocolate for sure.
Okay, going double chocolate with the chocolate
Absolutely.
laxatives. Ooh.
Yep. Because then it would be just like the chocolate chips.
You know what? That brings new meaning to Deanna Troy's favorite dessert.
Zip ties, zucchini, and a sleep mask.
It is a cellular peptide cake with mint frosting.
See, mine wasn't so much the stuff I was buying that would what's the term we're looking for? Make the cashier uncomfortable as possible.
Yes.
Yes.
Mine was what I was wearing.
Yes, that's right. What were you wearing? Please give us a description again.
The mental image. All right. So I'd be wearing a wife beater. Pardon the term for a tank top there, but it gives the specific connotation that we need here. And I'd be wearing some Daisy Duke shorts with flip-flops.
Why not the cowboy boots?
I don't like cowboy boots.
Oh, it gets even better though. What about the pockets?
Yeah. It's how short are those Daisy Dukes?
Yes.
So can you see
Daisy
the
Dukes
pockets?
and cowboy boots. I'm telling you.
The cut is basically you can see 7/8 of the pocket down the leg. That's how short we're talking.
And are we talking about like for the slippers? Are we doing like the socks with sandals? Or are we talking about like?
I am in Washington. I could do the socks with the Birkenstock.
No. Gotta go with pink fluffy flip flops.
Oh.
Oh yeah, I could do that. I could definitely rock those.
Crocs.
Crocs. Oh god.
Oh yeah, Crocs because Mario Batali, having grown up in Seattle, yeah, I could do that.
Rodent no last name.
This mental image is just bad.
That's the point. So from Rodent no last name, condoms, toilet paper, and a flea collar.
Since Furball see me in real life, just picture this Furball. Just picture it.
Yeah, the answer is kind of self-evident there. The question is, how far would you get before the police are called?
That will depend on the town I'm in.
Right.
I could probably get away with it in Olympia. Lacey.
Did you see in the news that they're actually
Probably
like
not
certain
showing much.
Walmarts are pulling both weapons and ammunition cells right now?
Yeah, because they're worried that people are going to lose their shit in a week.
Mm-hmm.
Less than a week.
Yeah, a few days.
Oh no! I'm considering the wait time after the purchase request is in.
Oh, that is true.
Oh, that's true.
Speaking-
Okay,
speaking
that
of-
makes sense.
Speaking of which, I have been a very bad advocate of voting because I have yet to fill it out.
Oh my goodness!
You can't even get it in the mail now, man.
Yeah,
You're
but
gonna have
that's
to.
why we have
You can drop
Dropboxes.
it off. Yeah, you can drop it off in person.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of being in Olympia. I can get it right to the Secretary of State's office.
That's fair. I was thinking of dropping it off at the courthouse in Everett because that was like the closest one that I knew they were going to be counting at.
I literally put mine in the mail like the day after it came in because I was just like, I'm like, this thing is no excuses. It's gonna get there in time.
So what I found funny is I'm so used to out of habit every election, every 2 years or so, of having a congressman and some other offices, right? This year I don't even have a senator on my list because our 2 senators fall outside of the election rotation.
Oh,
It's weird.
Weird.
My state, only one of the two is on the cycle right now.
So my congressional district, usually, you have a Democrat, a Republican, maybe a third party at those types of levels, right? I have 2 Democrats and that's it. Our lieutenant governors, which are voted separately from the governor's ticket, both Democrats.
Nice.
Yeah, in one of mine, there was a Democrat, a Republican, and 2 socialists. So that was kind
there
of
you
cool.
go.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wait. Actually claimed, registered, self-professed socialists?
Yeah, they were different socialist parties, but they both had socialist in the name.
Fascinating.
That is fascinating.
I know. I thought it was kind of cool.
Yeah. I love
I
seeing
don't have
stuff.
any. The only socialists I have on here are the presidential ones. The
Oh my gosh.
Socialism and Liberation Party nominees and
I
the
saw that
Socialist
one.
Party.
But so Jay, we need the trick or treating one.
The trick or treating one?
Yes.
I thought we were going to go with the Nathan Oakley one. Okay.
No, that one, while funny, was predictable. As if you need to ask their furball.
Did I have the trick or treating one, or was that somebody else?
Or did you share that one, Bull? I think Jay did. You pulled it from somewhere.
Which one are you talking about again?
I don't know. I confused.
The trick or treating while on base.
Oh.
Wait, which one
yes.
did you? That's not over here. Sorry.
Is this how we got onto the
trick or treating on base? Don't ruin it. Don't ruin it. Because now that we know he's out there watching, Furball can probably attest to this one too. Oh, you know you want to look.
Sorry, I may have him distracted.
Oh,
Apologies.
yes. Where the hell did you take him trick-or-treating? He said he wanted to go somewhere scary for Halloween. So I took him to the infantry barracks. Now, I only have one contention with this image.
It's missing a 4-pack of Rippets.
No. Who the hell would give up their fleshlight?
Right, well, that's how we got onto the fleshlight sharing fleshlight conversation.
No, that was the community one, and they were upgrading.
Oh, see, I haven't been in that sort of barracks before. That's why I figured you or Furball would know more about it.
Yeah. No. See, what happened there was that Jenkins upgraded to the fuck doll and decided to hook the boys up. Silence.
Just you.
I've seen weird shit in barracks. Okay.
Okay, Furball, just because you never lived there doesn't mean you didn't hear stories or see shit.
I never lived there except for basic and AIT. Every other time I was off base. But yeah.
Single. I was in the barracks.
I've been in there.
So Jared, I've been working on making a clip.
A response to Legal Eagle?
Oh no. I have been I did share that earlier, but no. I'm making an audio clip from this.
Oh no. Oh my. That could be entertaining.
Yeah, that could be. I might have to go back and redo it because I forgot that I didn't mute your guys' feed into the soundboard, so it was recording that as well.
You think you see weird shit in the barracks? Hold my beer.
Right.
Be a deployed medic in Macedonia with an infantry squad where there's a guy dumb enough to let the dog eat the hand receipts for the entire observation post.
Wow.
Yes, that's a thing that happened.
Does that mean everybody gets a bunch of free shit?
Literally.
The dog ate my fucking hand receipt, Sergeant. Oh my god. We had to call that shit in over the radio.
Here you go, Furball. Just for you.
For anyone who says that the decisions you make don't have long-term effects. Please.
Oh
Yeah,
shit!
that's-
What are you sharing
some-
now, Goats Auditor?
Uh-oh.
Oh,
What
just
is
something that should be useful a little later on.
I kinda just-
You stand in agreement, Cap.
What was that?
Oh,
South Park.
it,
That was Cartman. That was Cartman. I knew. Like, I recognized the clip right away. I was like, let it play for a few seconds. You signed an agreement, Kyle. Please clip that. Use it.
I will be. Don't worry.
I didn't.
Since I rebooted, I didn't open up J Downloader. Damn it! I have to clip another. I have to copy another link before I can copy that one again.
Nice.
I didn't comply with the court's orders because I didn't. Now he's actually kind of technically he's
what did he say?
reneging on an offer to the court. That's what he did, didn't he? With Kyle, like he said he would get those bank records.
Yeah,
His
he
lawyer
said he would provide them.
No,
yeah.
During his deposition, he said
So-
that he was going to provide them to his lawyer. What do you think are the chances that the last time his now requested to be former lawyer last spoke with him right as they were leaving that deposition?
Of course, she spoke with him. He literally threw his lawyer under the bus. That's what he did.
He threw his mom under the bus.
He threw his
Everybody
mom
under the bus and then drove over it again.
And you think Ben is somehow the bad guy? What the fuck is wrong with anybody?
Dip, dodge, duck, and dodge, and blame everyone except yourself. That is.
I don't
the
know
playbook
how
he's
it could be different. Why is it different? I don't know how it could be different from what the court has. Well, that's just it.
I still say, though, I am kind of in the mood, Jared, for the video that we started the stream on. So I kind of need more of it in my life.
We need to play that again?
Yes.
All right.
Yes. I need it in my life.
I did miss this.
Oh, you missed it? Oh, okay. So give me a moment. And while we're doing that, who would like to read Rodent No Last Name's latest entry into the live chat? He is on a fucking roll tonight.
Last year on October 31st, I killed so many zombies. I have no idea why they were all carrying candy.
That's great.
Be safe on Halloween, guys. Play it safe, especially with a pandemic.
I'm going to a wedding tomorrow.
Which is part of why we're doing this tonight. All right, there we go. I have that there. So now let me go here and present a window and pick that window and go back there. And can you guys see it?
Yes. Oh, yes. This is what I came into.
Twitter the movie.
This is what I joined to. Okay, this is where I came into the picture. What did I say when I came into the room?
That it was fucking fantastic.
That's fantastic. It suits our friend here. forget who I was actually talking about at that point. But if I actually had someone in mind, I can't imagine who. It doesn't matter how many ineffective shots you fire back at it, he just keeps playing it sack. That's you, Kyle. You're the ineffective tank.
Yeah, Jared,
How
you're
many
just gonna
hours
have to
is this?
loop that and make that your opening screen.
He doesn't have to loop it.
Yeah, I don't
What?
have to. It's an
No,
hour
I'm not
long.
referring to that. It just keeps going. It's great.
You expect the music to progress, it never does. It's just the same measure over and over again.
It's a proper
It meshes
track.
well.
I'm just referring to what's up on the main screen.
Don't worry, I'll get it looped for you there.
Excellent.
It'll be a couple days because I'm working on my legal video, but you know.
This is history now. This happened. We were all here for this.
Oh, Icarus has it right. Is this 2020 the movie?
Pretty much.
You know, that's a damn good representation of it. Tanks, explosions, the world going to hell, and Coral dancing on screen.
And it just keeps going. Just keeps moving.
I picked a hell of a night to do quality control for the cider.
Yes, you did. And now, by the way, everyone watching, in the description is the name of the channel and a link to this very video itself that I pulled off of YouTube. Icarus, this is Steve now. The court case doesn't need to be over. Which, by the way, I should send this to him and let him know that. Okay, how's that for volume, Icarus?
There's no such thing as music too loud.
Have
No,
you ever heard of
there's
the
not.
brown note?
I have watched the Mythbusters on that, yes. Oh, hey, Ozzy, go check your Discord DMs.
I gotta take a look. Wow. This has been playing on air for a grand total of 7 minutes out of an hour.
Coral just won't stop. Damn.
A 64-foot stop on a pipe organ that actually has a 64-foot pipe in it, or 120. There's 128 foot out there, but it doesn't work anymore.
Yeah. Oh, so much fun with this one after.
All right, just for now, music's gonna stop for a little bit of time.
Oh,
You pissed her off.
The music will come back, but we're gonna keep the dancing Ultra Smurf on the screen. Yes, for those who are so uninitiated, the character you are seeing here is an Adeptus Astartes of the chapter Ultramarines, otherwise known as the Ultra Smurfs, because holy fucking shit did they need to make their entire armor blue.
And they're playing a saxophone. I love it.
It's
I love it.
It's the loyalist response to the Noise Marines.
It makes me so happy.
Clearly.
Should we bring up Nyan Cat? No.
No.
Oh wait, I just did.
But so
I
what?
sent the audio file to Steve, by the way. Jared. So we had a deal.
Oh, you nice.
You had a deal, Cap. Just get out of here. You signed an agreement, Cap. I don't care if I signed an agreement.
Hey now, Kyle, if you made a deal with somebody, you have to stick by it.
The second one's good too.
It's not wrong. They're the blue meanies. Yes. Yes, that is an accurate representation of them. But so what other fun has everyone else gotten into?
I got googly eye glasses.
I got a Halloween costume I'm going to be wearing tomorrow.
I love it. I love it, Vega.
Lube, a chicken, and a disposable camera.
I got the Quest 2 and every.
Wow. Okay, Karis,
You got
what were
the
you
Quest
trying to
2?
say?
I got the Quest 2 and have had people try to do weird things to me in VR chat.
Nice.
Now, by people, do you mean potatoes?
Yes,
Potato.
I'm not including that.
how do you look in VR chat, though?
I look like an anime with a big gun.
I believe you.
Although I did get a new book.
It's not unbelievable. It's just that who's doing that?
I'm looking for something a little bit softer though, because I'm not usually a big gun kind of person. I'd rather have like a big sword or something.
I believe you.
You need to watch
like a big
Andy,
scimitar.
$50 super chat from Andy.
Nice.
Yeah, I was waiting
you.
to see if Streamlabs was actually going to give the notification for it, but apparently it's fucking slacking tonight. But
Extreme Elements 3.
Holy fucking shit, Andy. You are amazing, sir.
It doesn't look like it's hurting your bottom line that much.
There it
That's
is.
very generous. There it
Now it
is.
went through.
Yay! We need the
Jay, you're going to clip that now, aren't you?
I don't know what you're talking about. I only put Paris, remember?
True, but so, the message to go along with the $50 super chat, being a socialist is really starting to hurt my bottom line.
Nice.
And I concur. I concur with God's Auditor. It doesn't look like it, and thank you so much, Andy. How much later are you going to be awake, good sir? Because we've been doing after shows, so just let me know.
So, Jared, question. Did you see how many clips I have in my response video to Legal Eagle?
34 out of a how long video?
A 22-minute video.
Which legal eagle video are you replying to?
The Electoral
College.
College.
Oh, yeah, he just posted that one.
He
2 days ago, or 3 days ago, but he's not. He's a lawyer, but that doesn't mean he's educated on the subject matter entirely.
Yeah, I got about, I think, 10 minutes into it. I had to turn it off.
Oh, so you didn't watch the extra credit segment?
I could. Yeah. Normally, I like a lot of his stuff, but I don't.
Well,
yeah,
I cut out where I could, but I'm one of those people that I like to give context to what I'm talking about when I'm responding to somebody. So that's why a lot of my response videos are like 30, 40 minutes long. And I don't disagree that there are issues, but I would not call them problems with the Electoral College and the whole National Popular Vote Interstate Compact. That's going to open up a whole can of worms that people are not going to be ready for.
Yeah, I've been very interested in the different types of voting options and stuff like that because I don't think it's a discussion that is had. Like a lot of people are like Electoral College bad. We should do an insert whatever, and it's like
purely popular vote.
Yeah, a lot of times it's purely popular vote or whatever. The other one is rank choice voting, and then there's a hierarchy voting that some people are bringing up, and then there was another one that I'm trying to remember what it was.
What I find funny about the whole National Popular Vote Compact people that support it, they're like, we need to get rid of the popular vote in the states to have a national popular vote, even though the whole predicate of 48 of the 51 electoral college areas, or no, sorry, 49 of the 51 electoral college areas do it as a winner-take-all popular vote style. Only Nebraska and Maine do it a different way, where they separate out their districts.
I'm actually indifferent on the whole thing because, like,
well, my favorite thing is let's say you're in one of the states and you wholeheartedly agree with the national popular vote. All of a sudden, there becomes a candidate that is normally in the opposite party that you would agree with, but the way things are going with your current candidates, you want to go to the other party. Your whole state votes popularly to go that way. And let's say your state happens to have, I don't know, 55 electoral college votes. And the candidate that's in the party you normally represent or you normally like wins the popular vote, and your entire state now has to vote in their favor instead of the one that your state actually wanted to vote for. Do you think that's really going to sit well with many people?
all that kind of stuff to me is like 6 of one, half a dozen of another. There's positive and negatives to both, so it's like
Well, I think that's why a lot of people are like the idea of like the ranked choice voting, so that way even if you have like if you wanted to vote for, say, I don't know, a third party, but because we have a voting system that's basically a two-party system, that you would still be able to have your votes counted. It would just be like, you know, if it's your number one, you get more votes towards that, and then if it's your number two, then it still gets a vote, but it's a lot less.
There's certain parts of the Constitution that have hills on it that I'm willing to die on, and that's not one of them. So,
well, let me tell you guys something about my video making process today with this. I got all the way to the end of my last clip. Was 20 minutes long in and of itself as a rant against Legal Eagle and his mentality on this thing. Because you can clearly hear his bias through the whole thing, and like it is a bear to grind through.
Yeah, like as I said, I couldn't get past like 10 minutes of it because I was just like, I don't know. I like getting different points of view and stuff like that, but it just, when something is super, super biased, I have a hard time watching it. Yeah.
Well, the fact that he actually puts in there after the point that you got to, Carl, he actually talks about like the possibility of like these things are so astronomical and happening, even though they have been talked about recently, because most politicians understand one thing first and foremost: they have to somewhat appease the electorate to stay in office.
Mm-hmm.
And he talks about how apparently the head of the GOP in Pennsylvania was talking about at the Trump campaign that they should try and convince other states to go along with them to last minute, like just before the election, say that the electors are going to vote one specific way and that's it. Basically cut out the people, because technically states don't have to get the popular vote from the people. There's nothing in the Constitution, there's nothing in the federal law that says that the states have to allow their people to vote for the president at all, period. But the way he presented it at first, the way he was trying to phrase it at first, and then he comes back in there, but that's not really going to happen type of mentality. He loads it up as this could happen, but not really going to happen.
That's where gerrymandering comes into. Some of the congressional districts is fucked up.
Yes. And he actually talked about that because people look at the Electoral College as gerrymandering. Some people do, the ones that don't know the Electoral College.
No, it's the weakness that allows them to exploit it. That's all it is.
Yeah.
It's actually one of the referendums I have on my ballot this year. Is we have a referendum about an independent commission for districting.
Well, that's awesome. We had fair tax on ours.
That actually makes a lot of sense. If you take the redistricting and make it to where it either has to be approved by all state political parties or by unaffiliated, makes more sense for it to be actually a more fair divide and representation.
Let's see here.
Well, and keep in mind, they do have a certain amount of area to make up the district. If they can make up an extra district, they might. If there's one anomalous area in the state or two, and they're not really big, then I could see it, right? But sometimes it's just like so obvious what they did.
Well, isn't the districting more about populace?
Yeah. So the districts in the states are based upon the population. They have to meet a certain amount of population, and you suck. All right, let's see if I can pull this up. No, I don't want the state. I want the U.S. See if this one will load up properly.
Did you find a way to put a little prick in those yet, Coral?
No, I'm still working on it. It's like, yeah.
All right. So here's a look at my state's electoral districting. The eastern side of the state is the pretty much least populous, which is why you have such huge districts.
Yeah.
The western side of the Cascades, it's a little bit more populous, which is why you
just look at District 9.
Yep. But you'll notice that there are little bits here that are District 7.
Right, 7 and 9.
Yeah. Even 2 is fairly small by comparison to others.
Right, but at least it's all pretty much connected, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where you got 7, you have to go through 9 to get to the rest of 7, and you have to take a ferry there too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make any sense. And then also that little section in 10. Got that little itty bitty section right in 10.
That's part of 6.
Yeah, that's part of 6. There's also one by 8.
Well, hold on.
9.
This section right here actually runs along US 101. This is all technically connected right here, even though it looks like it's not. It is actually all connected.
I was actually thinking about the other side on the over by Tacoma.
Oh, this over here?
Yep.
Oh,
that right there.
that little
green square that's in 10.
It's funny you bring that area up because I had an aunt that lived in Port Angeles, which is out on the peninsula.
Mm-hmm.
Way up here.
Andy's going to bed.
And then here's a help.
Night,
help.
Andy.
Don't talk about this place in Washington anymore. For obvious reasons.
Yes, unfortunately.
Sorry, go ahead.
But you can see this is actually for the most part, this is not very gerrymandered. This is not very wonkily drawn. Some states where you literally have tiny little slivers that barely connect. You know, like some of these are
to Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's just gonna
like look at the 11th district there.
Yeah.
What's going on here?
Make it bigger.
Yes. Venom.
You know, people often ask for that, but there's a limitation sometimes.
Never.
Now, what's with those couple areas inside of District 1 there? The striped
the ones
areas.
with lines.
Oh, those are military reservations.
Oh.
Oh, that's Virginia.
So they don't count.
Yeah.
That's Pennsylvania.
Well, it's just superimposed stuff. It's just like the national forest. It's just.
Well, here's Pennsylvania. Look at 16.
Oh my god!
What is that?
And this is.
Look at 7. 7 is a disaster.
Well,
I'm in District 4 here, and you kind of see how this does this weird Suffolk and Chesapeake's in it. I'm way over.
Right, you got like a foot. You got a foot going up somebody's ass.
Yeah.
Well, the Pittsburgh one, that one is less egregious, but the eastern side of Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Holy shit, dude! Like, look at just east of Philadelphia.
Yeah.
What the fuck is going on there?
What's actually funny is if you ever notice these maps do the redistricting gets more fucked up the higher the population density.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just insanity.
They have like a local zoom in, and one of them is literally a sidewalk over a bridge.
Oh my god.
Wow.
It's just.
Now, I understand the need.
Spend for miles on the sidewalk over a bridge. It's ridiculous.
Now I'll say this: that you definitely have instances where redistricting needs to take place because populations aren't static. People move, families grow, families relocate. So you have a lot of fluidity to where the actual populace is at. And because of that, you need to have that ability to redistrict to keep appropriate representation for where people are actually at. But that's the only reason why you should redistrict, not for political reasons. And unfortunately, that's why they've been doing a lot of redistricting is, well, these people in this area tend to vote this way, so we're going to redistrict it this way to make it easier for us to remain in office for our entire fucking adult life. Sorry, no, homie, don't play that.
Yeah.
And this is partially... what does it look like where Mitch McConnell's from?
Oh, Kentucky?
Kentucky. What does Kentucky look like? Let's take a look at that.
Mitch McConnell's election is looking interesting. I'm trying to figure out what's going to go on there.
Yeah.
Because there's usually in the polls, the Republican leads about a good 10 points over the Democrat.
Oh, yeah.
And then when the election comes, you know, they usually win, but it's only by a couple points. This year, though, the Republican and the Democrats are polling within a couple points. So I'm trying to figure out, okay, does this mean that the Democrats aren't underreporting this time, which would be odd, or does this actually mean they still are, and then they're going to have a lead on the election?
We're hoping it's the latter.
All right, so here's how.
Like
Kentucky,
either way, there's something unprecedented going on in Kentucky.
So here's Kentucky. It's not actually that bad.
Yeah, Kentucky actually doesn't look that bad. I mean,
It makes
one's
sense.
kind of wonky, but
They also don't have much to worry about. It's freaking Kentucky.
right. It's not the most diverse state.
Well, I mean, when you think about it,
And actually it is, but
Yeah,
well, parts of it are.
I actually had a job where I was there for a few days, and it was interesting having to land in Tennessee and then drive across.
Kentucky.
All right, so this is a bit of a misnomer here.
Yeah, Kentucky,
There's
you have
no lines.
Louisville and then everywhere else.
There should be no lines on this one because
there's
No, they're still showing the counties.
no, I know they are. I was joking.
That's Tennessee. Damn it.
Yeah. I was going to let it slide. But
How'd that work out for you?
Slides in pretty. Never mind. Probably a good thing for certain people to be muted, which is favorable at this moment.
What?
I know. I mean, it's almost like some of us don't want to get ourselves in trouble, but...
Jared, you know the tendency. I've already warned you.
Tennessee, anyone?
Yeah. Like, what's going on with 3?
Consider yourself warned.
And 4. 4 is all fucked up.
No, 4 kind of makes...
And then you got, like, some sort of penis hanging down 6.
Speaking of...
Hey, because 4 and 6 just like to get along like that, doesn't mean you need to shame them for it.
This is true.
4 likes to share with 3, it looks like, too. A bit,
right.
So.
I mean,
No,
sharing is caring.
Don't you see? It's like a nod to the Alaska Purchase. That's a moose. The pink things are its horns.
Gotcha. I was wrong.
Damn
I
you.
stand corrected.
And it farts wacky rainbow shit. So I don't know what's going on out the back.
Is that what 9 is?
Partially, yeah. Like 9 is part of that.
Wow.
All right, what are you sharing there, Tech?
this is the proposed constitutional amendment for the redistricting commission.
All right, before we read from that, from the live chat, historical philosopher. It's unlikely that Mitch McConnell loses his Senate race, even though he's an unpopular person. He's very powerful and brings home the bacon. My prediction: 54 to 45.
54 to 44.
That's a bit too much of a spread, but
yeah, I don't know. People are really pissed off at him for the things that he's been doing, especially this last year.
But here's the thing, though, that we got to take with a grain of salt and a bit of dose of reality. The majority of people, when it comes to political topics, stay silent. It's generally your minority who are the loudest, historically. So, while we can take those voices, we can listen to them and understand that, yes, there are people who view it that way and have this point of view. But there is still the question of how prevalent is that sentiment?
Well, that's my thought, is because of how fucked COVID has been, I just feel like, especially in the rural areas, and the fact that they pushed through a Senate nomination instead of a COVID, like a COVID stimulus package, well, I think that affects real people.
Yeah, but here's the problem. the Republicans have actually put forth a proposal to do another stimulus, and the Democrats shot it down because they were told to stop tacking shit onto it that didn't matter.
But that's not, I don't know. I heard the same thing about the Republicans were trying to sneak in stupid bullshit too. So
Oh, they all do it. Don't kid
Yeah.
yourself.
instead of both working
writers on the
together
bill.
to just
Right.
do a stimulus bill, everybody's trying to tack shit on.
Yeah, and that's the thing is, the bill had movement. The bill went towards the vote to actually get it to pass, and the Democrats, because it came from the Republican side, no. They stopped it, and that's where it actually really was telling. I think it was last week or the week before, Nancy Pelosi was on with Wolf Blitzer, and Wolf is very Democrat leaning, and he ripped into her, and she got pissed. She tried to attack him while still on air, because he even said, there's been a stimulus put before you guys, and you have stopped it. You cannot blame the Republicans on that one. Blitzer was saying that to her on air.
I don't know. I'd have to look into it because that's not what I've been seeing.
Well, yeah, there's two different things going on because that's with the bill, the Senate. There's also a House bill that the Senate hasn't even looked at.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
well, and that's the thing is you have both sides are to blame, and you have people who are noticing both sides are to blame. So to say that one side is going to feel the pain while the other isn't, that's not exactly true. Everyone in elected office right now is catching some heat in some way, shape, or form because of how horrendously fucked the entire situation has been for the past year plus.
Agreed.
Pretty much, yep.
Yeah. Hard to agree.
And that's why I can't say with any level of confidence of which way certain votes are going to go other than your idiotic hardliners. Like the state I'm in, I know that my vote is going to be wasted because no matter what I do, it's a blue state that I live in. No matter what, I have seen people absolutely bungle their campaigns, but because they were a Democrat, they still won. In this state. And in the state next door.
And that just pisses me off. It doesn't matter what party it is. Like, I don't know. The whole thing just really angers me because it's like, I don't know. I guess I expect more from politics.
I don't have much expectations for the people in elected office because they're making the most of the situation that they're in, and they're actually capitalizing on the situation itself. So while I don't agree with them and I don't like what they're doing, I don't inherently and only fault them. I also look towards the populace. I look mainly towards the populace and go, you dumb motherfuckers are the ones who have allowed this. You're the motherfuckers who keep voting for these people to keep them in those positions and believe the bullshit that they've been telling you.
Right. And that's part of the problem is that it keeps end up being the status quo, even though so many people are so tired of the same bullshit over and over again. It keeps happening over and over again because there's this like misnomer that it's never going to change because nobody is being held responsible. Nobody's being held accountable.
Yep.
Well, also we have too small of a pool of people running in more in local offices. We need more people running because, you know, in my state, I'll look at a ballot and there's like one person to vote for. Well, why is nobody else running? We need some selection, or we're going to get the same old thing if we have nobody to even choose from.
Let me take a look at my ballot again really quick, see if I have any single candidate runners. So I have Public Utility District Commissioner. That has one person. I have Court Appeals, Division 2, District 2, Judge 1, Position 1. I have 1. Supreme Court Justice, Position number 7. Supreme Court Justice number 4. And those are the only ones that are... Yeah, those are the only ones that are single candidates. But none of them list their party because it's not a nonpartisan office.
I always think that's so weird. But
I think that, honestly, I don't think that any candidate should have RRD next to them at all. Like, it's okay if they want, if they are, if they, associate as it, but on the actual ballot, when it comes down to it, like, political party, you should be able to vote for whomever you want. You shouldn't have to be like, I'm a Republican, and so I'm going to vote for, and then I remember whenever Barack Obama was on the ballot, I went in, I don't have a party. And so I was like, I want to be able to vote. But then I was like, it was my first time voting. So I was like, okay. They're like, what party are you? I'm like, I don't have one. And they're like, well, I need to know what ballot to give you. And I'm like,
why does it
okay.
matter?
Right. I'm like, shouldn't there be a universal ballot that you get that just, it doesn't matter who you are? And they're like, no, we need to know whether or not you're,
you're talking about a primary then.
It was,
right?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
I think it was a primary. And I was just like,
see, we do that
That's
in my
a huge
state.
pet peeve of mine.
We have open primaries in my state, and it's like that. You don't have to be affiliated with a political party, but you do have to state which ballot you want to.
Yeah, and I'm like,
you can you can either participate in the Republican primary or the Democrat primary,
right,
or the Libertarian primary, but you can't participate in all of them. You have to choose
which is
one.
stupid because you like it's gonna affect me either way. I should be able to vote for each one, like, because whichever dumb fuck's gonna end up being on the ballot, like, I should have a vote in it. So I should be able to vote in Republican primary, Democrat primary, Libertarian primary.
I can kind of understand why why some states would end up giving you the that option of which one of the ballots are you going to vote in, because the idea is that you're voting for the primary for the candidate you want to win the nomination, who you will then carry on to support if they win the party nomination further on down the line in the actual general election. So they don't want potential sabotage and multiple voting across the line to try to play the odds kind of way. So I do kind of get that. What I don't like is in my state, in order to vote in the primary as an independent, I would have had to declare one of the parties, and then I would have been able to. I would have had to change my registration to do it.
Yeah, and to me, I don't think it should be that way at all. I think it should be regardless of who you are. Like, you should go up, it should be one actual ballot, and you would just go, this is what I choose. So that way you only have one vote, but you have a vote and a say for each primary.
The thing is each of the primaries is actually managed by the individual parties.
Yeah.
So they can't really have a unified ballot.
Mm-hmm.
Which is dumb, because I should have a say.
Well, and
I mean, even then, like the last gubernatorial election here, I actually voted in the Republican primary simply because I was looking at either Democrat candidate. They had 2 Democrat candidates that were going to be on the primary ballot, and either one was like, okay, they're fine. I could deal with either one. But I'm in Virginia. There were some scary motherfuckers in the Republican.
Well, and
that's that.
Hello,
like, you should be able to be like, no.
Well, exactly. So I could go in there and like kind of, give my voice and like which possible Republican candidate could be on.
Yeah. Like, I wish we could get. I wish, you know what I wish? I wish we could have like a like rating from 1 to 10, where 1 is fuck no and 10 is fuck yes, and then it just be like by name, so that way you could see how many people like they might get more votes, but it's all of them are like, fuck no.
I mean, here in Virginia, I mean, our Democrats are generally fairly moderate. Our Republicans, though, can get scary. So,
Look up Missouri's ex-governor. You want to talk about scary?
No, you want a good case study of.
all the governors have been good, even the Republicans.
You want a good case study on how politics can go really wrong. Let's just take a look at the state of Rhode Island. Does the name Buddy Cianci mean anything to anyone?
No.
No.
It should, for you Family Guy fans, it should look familiar. Because it was Buddy Cianci Middle School before James Wood High School. The reason for Buddy Cianci to be mentioned is he was the former mayor of the city of Providence. He was a typical Italian / Chicago style politician. Now, he went to jail.
Corrupt.
He went to jail for taking bribes and kickbacks.
Mm-hmm.
But while under his stewardship, Providence actually turned around and actually cleaned up and actually became a city worth actually being in, to where a bunch of companies actually decided to relocate back to the state and back to the city. But he broke the law, got caught, and went to jail for it. After he got out of jail, they did a poll through all the state news agencies asking if Buddy Cianci was to run for any political office, would you vote for him? 90% response rate, and of that 90% response, over 85% said yes.
Because the ends justify the means, is that what they're saying?
Yeah.
So gross.
But see, that's what my state, our governor has a single term limit. So we tend not to actually get too many crazies in the governors.
That's good.
Because they really have to want to be there, and then of course once they're done with it, well, they're gonna have to run somewhere else. So,
Right.
So
Our governors run on the platform that they can shoot a gun, and then they tie up a woman and take pictures of them.
Wait, what?
Welcome to the Show Me State.
Wow. Wow.
Or do you think to hold my beer?
Think of the great if there were single term limits everywhere in politics. That'd be
Jared,
awesome.
my state is a wild, beautiful land.
I'm learning more of that. It's each day goes along. Like, I was familiar
We're not
with
the
the
Show
greater...
Me State for nothing.
God damn it, Cass.
I was familiar with the greater St. Louis area, but wow.
You'll need to cover up more there. Yes.
Okay, so we have a wonderful...
Jared, come to Kansas City.
We have a wonderful question from a historical philosopher, and I believe this is to both of you lovely ladies.
Too bad you wished isn't here.
What the fuck happened to Missouri?
What do you mean? What happened?
Why do you think that Nikki, me, and you wished hide out in here on our Saturday nights?
Don't they cover U.S. history and still in the schools?
No.
With a
Not
Confederate
enough.
flag, yes.
No, Karis. That depends on if you're North Missouri or South Missouri.
Well, I'm South Missouri, so
I
Confederate
would say that,
flag.
like, Missouri's been kind of a fucked up mess ever since it was created. So I mean, it's like
Missouri
what happened. It's like implying there was some point in time when it wasn't.
He's got a point.
Well, I think the best thing to come out of best thing to come out of Missouri was Truman, because the only good thing he did was stop MacArthur from using the tactical nukes on Korea and China. It's about the only good thing I know of, besides these two here.
Well, our B2 wing is stationed in Missouri.
Oh, Mormon Jesus is supposed to come back here, right? In Independence?
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
So
It's a
we're
good
right at ground zero for Jesus' return. Yay, us.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that is something to really be proud of, even from just a comical standpoint. It's like, of all the crazy religious nutters, we got the most, because not only do you have the Mormon claim to fame on that bit, so in the Lutheran Church, there's actually a divide. There's two ruling bodies of the American Lutheran Church, and one of them, the Missouri Senate.
Oh, and also, unless it's changed, Missouri doesn't technically have a minimum age for marriage. You just need a judge and a parent.
Ew.
Also, age of consent is for females, if I remember right, is 16. Males, it's 17.
Ew.
Wait. So keep in mind that there might actually be an ass hair of scientificness to that, because mentally women do mature quicker than men do.
Probably because of the trauma.
Right?
I wasn't getting into the reason why, just that it does. That it does happen.
Nice girl.
Just saying.
Now, Rodent, you're not entirely wrong, because one side of the entire state of Missouri is right on the Mississippi River.
Mm-hmm.
Mississippi.
Yep. In fact, it's actually what separates Missouri from Illinois.
And it's still not enough.
We get to drive over the border to. We can drive over the border to get our weed.
That's the Mississippi flows through Missouri. Well, that explains Arkansas.
Yes, but the Missouri River dumps into the Mississippi, so...
Yeah, about that.
Arkansas.
Alright, so... Does anyone
We also have only one place where we can terminate a pregnancy in the state, and that's in St. Louis.
Wow. That just makes me angry.
Uh-oh.
Well, like, I could
And
see
they
if
try to get that shut down.
Well, I could see if they also had locations in Kansas City, because well, let's be honest, those sorts of locations are going to be congregated with your highest population density. Now, how many cities outside of those two really have that high of a population in the state?
The state has 6.8 million, I think. 6.4, something like that. The population centers are, of course, Kansas City, St. Louis, probably Columbia, and Springfield.
Columbia, Jefferson, that area, and then...
Some in Rolla. Rolla is okay.
I was going to say a couple down there where you are at, too.
There's Branson, of course, which is more of a boom town in summer.
Gee, I wonder why.
Well, also got to remember too, we didn't make this official. Missouri is part of the Bible Belt too. It's also part of Tornado Alley too. So,
at least in my part,
how you want.
My part of Missouri is the part of Missouri I'm in is right smack in Tornado Alley. It's fun.
So
it's windy.
Hey, I'm in Kansas City. I'm right down the vertical line of that.
I like the response tweet.
I really like waking up to tornado sirens. I love it.
I don't.
It's like, what the? Oh shit!
I don't believe you. I think we need to hear more about your enthusiasm for those sorts of wake-ups.
I become enthused. A string of curse words. Amber, where are you? That sort of thing. And one time it was really... My town has gotten a lot better about their sirens. They now give you quite a good heads up. But a few years ago, I got a warning from KY3, one of the local stations, and so I went down to the basement, but the sirens still weren't going off. They didn't go off until like a minute and a half before the storm actually got here.
There you go, Peter.
Wow.
Your
Now,
comment.
since then, they've gotten a whole lot better. Like now, the sirens will go off with like 7 or 10 minutes warning. The cops are going up and down the streets trying to get everybody up and stuff. So they've gotten so much better, and I think somebody probably reamed them for that.
Yeah, I was going to say, that sounds like a response to someone flipping their shit, rightfully so.
Right.
So, we have been going for quite a bit, and I feel like kicking back and having a bit more of a relaxed time for the little bit of time that I'm still awake tonight. So, does anyone have anything going on that they would like to tell the peoples about?
Oh, it's midnight for you. I didn't even notice that. I'm sorry. Here I am talking about Missouri, like falling out of your chair.
Oh, I'm not at that point yet. A couple more drinks and maybe. Does anyone have anything going on? I mean, Jay's already mentioned what he has in the works, which will be quite the interesting analysis of a very biased report.
Yes. That's
Oh,
right.
God
that
damn it,
actually
crew.
sounds really awesome, too.
You know what?
Send me the link, Jay.
You know what, crew? You are going to see how the show started by what's going to be playing when we end it. So don't worry about that. And yes, I will be showing it again in here for you, Coral, because I'm just that kind of guy.
Oh, I can do this. They're doing this.
Oh, should I wear the googly eyes glasses with it?
Oh yes. You got to go with the eyes. So everyone who has shown up, thank you for coming along this wonderful ride of us losing our minds, gaining our minds, and just bouncing all over the place like normal. Because you know.
And if you've been stressed, look at Coral. She brings the joy.
Oh no. Hang on. For anyone who's been stressed, I am about to give you something to be very much thankful
Before you do
for.
that, Jared.
You said you weren't
I
coming
got
to Missouri
something.
till later.
I got something, though. Tomorrow night, I'll be on Sit Down with the Bunkers on their creepy show. Their Halloween special.
Woohoo!
There will be a mention of the fundraiser I'm running for myself, for my GoFundMe, and an explanation of why it is. But outside of that, that's all I have going on.
And I probably should mention the fact that I'll be streaming several times for NaNoWriMo with the help of Boo.
Nice.
So
Keep an eye out for that.
Let's go ahead and do this and pin. And so for everyone who has now been appropriately informed about what we all have going on, we are going to go ahead, take our bit of the show off air, have our fun, have
Best
a grand
outro
old
ever.
time, and I'm gonna see just how long Coral can keep this up. I mean,
Hey, Coral's got stamina.
yeah, and I'm gonna test just what kind of stamina. I mean, we have to see just what she can go through. So,
Oh, God.
we're gonna have some fun. And if anyone is interested in joining in the shenanigans, well, I'll have Discord open.
Oh, where's
Go
Furball's
ahead.
handcuffs? We need them.
Oh, who needs Furball's handcuffs when mine are right here?
Lovely.
You say like they're ever more than a lean out of reach. But with that, we are going to have our fun. Everyone who's come by, thank you. If you have homework, anyone who's watching this later, what are your 3 items you would buy from a store to creep out the cashier? Go ahead and leave your comments below and we'll rank them. Highest number of likes wins. Good night,
Hey Jared,
everybody.
you should read those out next week.
Oh, we just might. We'll read out the good ones. Good night, everybody.
Put it in the comments.
Good night.